What is up, everybody? What is up? What is up? Welcome to the Goku Kev Show, episode 6. This is your boy Kev the Galaxybender, and I am here today. I'm here today.
We're both here today.
I'm here today because I'm the host, Kev the Galaxybender, with the most, and joining me, my man, Goku Black. He's my main man co-host. How you doing today, brother?
Going on, homeboy.
And sitting over to my left here, I have my lovely wife, the multi-cat, the Stephanie. And you'll hear her. She's just sitting here with us today, joining us. But she'll be popping her head in and out. You'll hear her comment on the side, and she might have to smack me in my head a couple times for getting out of line, because I do get off the rails. I get off the rails. But yeah, so I'm your host, Kev, and we got a good show for you guys today. How was your week today, Goku? How was your week? How was your month? What you been doing? Talk to me.
Been doing pretty good. Kind of, started playing different stuff up because I had to make like a pimp decision. My son was asking me like, why don't I play For Honor and Dead by Daylight anymore? And I was telling him like, we've kind of got to the point where we have to be sweaty to even play and enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got my sweaty game. Like, I play Rocket League. That's my sweaty game. I play other games to be able to relax. Mm-hmm. But Rocket League is like my sweaty game.
So that's how it's been going?
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, man. But shit, I'm telling you, for me, it's been a hell of a month. It's been a super, super hell of a month. I've had a lot of shit. A lot of shit happened. But yeah, it's been a hell of a month for me. I had, first of all, I watched a movie that I was going to briefly mention. I watched Orphan First Kill. Have you ever watched the Orphan movies before? The first Orphan movie about the little girl who she was like a killer, but she was like this little orphan.
Oh, I think so. Yeah. But she really wasn't like a kid. She's actually an adult.
Yeah. So there's a prequel that came out. There's a prequel, and I'm I watched that, and it was pretty good. Like, and I'm not gonna spoil anything about it, but it was awesome. Like it put it like this, like most movies, like they nowadays, like especially sequels and stuff like that, it's hard for them to like up it. But man, this one, like there was a twist in this one that I was like, damn, like I didn't see, you don't see it coming. So I had a lot of fun with that. So, but yeah, but other than that, man, what really been bothering me, the big problem that I had was like I had a bad security breach. A lot of my shit got hacked into. And like, put it like this, y'all. If you have if you're anything, you get an email saying, hey, your password was your account was compromised or something like that, like change your password right away. Because like what happened to me, I think that's what happened. I neglected. I had gotten an alert like that and just didn't get around to doing it, forgot about it, and neglected it. Like, that's not that big a deal. And then, man, somebody ended up getting in and like just, man, like locking me out of a bunch of stuff.
They're still causing you.
Yeah, they're still, like this morning, like somebody tried to log into my Walmart account. But what I did is like I put 2-factor on everything, 2FA on everything. So like that was my advice. Like put 2FA on everything. Like put it on everything, because I'm trying to tell you, like I'll tell you, it'll save your life. So because that kept them from like doing more damage, but like I'm still feeling the residuals right now. So hey, what's up, Penny? What's going on? Hey, what's up, Henry Smash? What up? What's going on? How y'all doing? Yeah, that Orphan was a really good movie. But yeah, like secure your shit. And then like I went to log into like one of my bank accounts this morning. I was locked out of that shit too. And but that was because like what ended up happening is like a keylogger had got onto my system somehow. So that's what happened. So all my passwords were different. It didn't matter. This motherfucker saw everything. But 2FA, even if they have a keylogger, they just can't get in because they need to be able to see those codes. So like I have any account that you can put that shit on, definitely put on it. But what was cool was
Hey, Hammy Smack.
what was cool about it is when I had to call the bank to have my one of my accounts, unlocked so I can log in, do shit with it. It's cool about it, like I had to make my new account and stuff like that, and then the guy, like, me and him start talking, and like he was from England too, and like I asked him because he had a accent, but he watched Avatar.
Yeah,
and like, and me and him start talking about Avatar, and then I start telling about how, like, because I had one of my old usernames was Toff, but I got rid of it. I used to tell him like, yeah, that used to be one of my gamer tags and stuff like that, but I came up with this new one. I mean, I'm not really, because he was from the IT department, because they had to transfer me to IT. And like, so like he started talking to me. He's like, yeah, I play Destiny, and we had a really cool conversation. It was a really cool conversation.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so we had a cool conversation, and
when I
we ended
played
up
Ark.
Go ahead.
When I played Ark, there was a guy who was like in charge of our clan or whatever, and he was from England. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah.
But what ended up happening is, like, me and her were talking and stuff like that, and then we started talking about Avatar, and we started talking about, like, blood bending and stuff like that. And then I started telling him about the fan fiction that I do on the show, and he said, "Man, that stuff is really cool." He was like, "That stuff's really cool." So
it is. It's cool.
Yeah, and he was like, "Man," he was like, "You should hire you." I said, "I know." I said, I have a lot of good ideas. So, and that segues into the show too, because we do have Avatar fan fiction this month, and I'm gonna go over some stuff, and you guys should be able to hear it. Hey, can you hear us, Goku? Because I can't even hear us.
I hear it.
I can't. I don't know what the heck's going on with my earbuds, but I'll reset them later. But because I'm gonna actually need them, because I got something planned that's special for you guys. You guys will be able to hear it. I may not, and that's okay if I can't. It's not a big deal, but it'll be pretty cool because I've seen it already, and it's going to be awesome. So, moving on. So, in the interest for disclosure, I want to let you guys know, because the main event is Streets Race 2X. Streets Race 2X is a non-commercial work. It's a fan game. However, all the opinions you're about to hear are my own, and no one is paying me to report on their game, nor did anyone review or approve what you're about to see before it was broadcasted and uploaded. None of my views and opinions represent either of my employees. I'm sure the same for Goku as well. So, yeah.
Yes, sir.
So, because it's a casual show. However, just understand that the content is very mature. Like, it's super mature. Like, I talk
grimy
about
in the basement.
Yeah, it's grimy for the basement. Yeah, so just viewer discretion is advised. It's definitely not for kids. Our show is just a mix of Let's Play and random gaming news, and that's just talking shit. That's all it is, really. I'm not trying to make any money. I just want to show people some games they may not have seen, or some movies or whatever. That's all it is. Like, I just like to have a good time. So, but it would always be kept grounded from the basement. But if you guys want some shows that focus on latest and greatest news, you can always reach out to the VGO Community Show with Ghost and Tactical Shogun. That's over at twitch.tv/The Real Ghost T. And the VGO Community Show, they're really good. I like them. It goes live every Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern. And I'll have this show will be put up on YouTube in a video demand. All these links will be in the description, so to be advised. And then you also have the Video Game Outsider Show with John, Michelle, and Matt. And the VGO show goes live every Tuesday from 9 to 11 Eastern. So, and 6 to 8 Pacific. I know one of the hosts, Michelle, she's out in California, I believe, so out there. So like I said, this show will always be grimy from the basement, and it will always be mature. So, moving on. And like I said, what I talked about earlier was a really good segue, because I do got an Avatar fan fiction. But before we get into the fan fiction, I got a video I got to show you guys.
All right,
it's a cool video, and it is going to touch on what the Avatar fan fiction is sort of about. It's kind of a crossover thing. So,
all right.
So you guys stay tuned and prepare for the Avatar fanfiction.
Hello, Welcome to my class. I know you're both new. So what do you both know about a nice fat pussy? Nice and big. Just like how I dream of it every day.
But Vegeta, you fucking blue whale. What do you want?
What's wrong with you, bro? Why are you just like that? It's not fucking Halloween, bro.
Why don't you just leave him alone, mate?
Why don't you just leave him alone, mate? Shut up, Piccolo latte cunt.
Sir? What? Ain't throwing things at me, sir.
And did you throw anything at this fella?
No.
I know you didn't. No.
I know.
Now, what we'll do is we'll turn back around and go to the... Who did that?
Vegeta.
Alright, everyone up. Come to the front of the class now. Except you, Vegeta. Now, I want everybody to grab something and throw it at Vegeta. Go ahead, don't be shy. Don't be shy, go on. Throw something.
Hey, you like that little fella? Oh, no.
God damn it, Krillin.
My name's Aang.
How is he still standing? So much power. Pussy. You hit me in the balls!
Whatever. Call me. Please call me.
Vegeta!
Get a best of luck.
Two Dragon Balls? There's only two Dragon Balls, Vegeta! Come on! Vegeta!
You know who it is. Black Goku. Goku Black. Waiting. Hurry it up, will ya?
Hello.
Oh, so Goku.
Oh goodness.
Goku. Goku.
What?
Goku.
This guy. Yeah, look, there he was saying Black Goku. Creative.
Yeah. What do you think of that?
Dude, that shit is hilarious.
I told you I
What
had something
the
special
fuck?
for you. I was like,
Oh my goodness.
and I held that from you purposely. I said, I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to just like surprise you with it because that's what the fan fiction has to do with, you know, like the character we're introducing. You know, I'm introducing, you know, is basically ripped directly from Dragon Ball.
I love it.
So yeah, but when I saw that, I was like, and in the video, and I'm going to put when this show goes up on onto YouTube's video, man, I'm gonna put the link to the description to this group who did this because they deserve a view. At least click their video and give them a thumbs up. But it was DBZ versus Avatar. It was a short film by a group called RackaRacka, RACKA, all one word. Go to their YouTube, man. Yeah, go to their YouTube. They do a bunch of different stuff like that, not just Dragon Ball. They do a bunch of other stuff too. And they pay to do it. They like produce this themselves and everything. So yeah, definitely give them guys a look. But I was like, man, that was cool here. Like,
That was good, dude. That was good.
It got real when Vegeta took a shit. I was like, oh, this is about to go down. I said, this shit is about to go down. But yeah, I thought you guys would like that. So, but yeah, that's what. And I'm gonna play the video again, but this time just cut the audio because we're gonna go over the fan fiction while it's playing, so you guys can check out, you know, the video, and people who are just joining will be able to see it as we're talking about it. But yeah, I'll have it playing again. Hang on one second. Let's get this playing again for you guys. I guess I'm gonna mute the audio this time, but yeah, just let it play. But yeah, so for the most part, I'm introducing a character into the Avatar fan fiction I'm writing called Goku. But it's spelled different, and I'll tell you why. There's a little bit of history behind it, but as people should, you know, if people don't know, like, Dragon Ball is from the Chinese story, Journey to the West, right? Mm-hmm. That's what it's based off of, and like, you know, the character Goku is based off that same character, and that character is in multiple fictions too. They're in different fighting games, like World Heroes. We talked about this, and it's Goku spelled with it's like 2 U's in there, 2 or 3 U's,
and then there was one that was like a UI.
Right. Yeah, there's all different variations. So the variation we're going with is Goku with 7 U's. And it's 7 because I like the number 7. That's purely why. So, and that can be tied in they can be tied in a Dragon Ball anyway, some kind of way anyway, can it? Yeah.
Yeah, 7th universe.
Yeah, so there you go. So, but yeah, I like 7. So it's Goku 7 U's, and it's based off my main man Goku because I love him and I want him to ride with me. You know what I mean? I want to ride with me, so I wrote him into it. So
appreciate it.
So I'm going to.
I've read it.
So yeah, so I'm gonna get into the fan fiction now. So Goku was found by Kev while Kev was in Polaris, and I'll explain what Polaris is later on. It's an ability that Galaxy Benders have. But one day Goku, and I'm gonna tell you where I got this idea. Guess where you think I got this idea?
I know where you got this.
Okay,
I know exactly where you did.
All right, so Goku was leaving a tavern, and an old, homeless, raggedy man asked Goku for some coin. Where did I get that from, Goku?
Dragon's Crown. Because every time we leave, it wasn't the tavern. It was the
inn.
Temple.
It was the inn, wasn't it?
Temple where you could revive people.
Well, when you come out of the inn, he's like right there in front of the temple.
You see him, but he doesn't ask you for coins
until you go into the temple. Yeah, that bastard. But yeah, like, and he pisses me off because the first couple times we gave him money,
and he just like crazy shit.
I'm like,
and didn't do nothing.
He didn't do nothing. So I'm like, man, why are we giving this dude money? I was being selfish at that point too. I'm like, why are we giving this dude money, man? But eventually,
just the other day we were playing,
and
that motherfucker started actually talking in real words.
Yeah,
and was like, told us a bunch of shit and fucking gave us some shit.
So yeah, so he ended up being an ally of some sort, but you know, And I didn't care about the dude. Like, I just like to make fun of shit. I like to make things interesting when we're playing. That's how my brain works.
Yeah.
So, but that's where I got the idea from. But what ended up happening is when Goku reached down to offer the man currency, because that's what Goku would do. He's a good guy. He would offer, he would offer the old man, like, all right, don't nobody deserve to starve, right?
No.
So when this got Goku's ass. So what ended up happening is when he reaches down, all of a sudden Goku don't remember much of anything other than waking up in the spirit realm. And I told Goku's ass that don't be helping no bums like that. That's what got his ass. But no, I help bums too, so because don't nobody deserve to be hungry, man. When I got it, I help them when I can. But so what ended up happening is, tired and worn out, Goku wanders the spirit realm for 100 Earth years, and surviving its harsh conditions until he spots someone in a puddle of black water one day. And then he is pulled into the natural realm by Kev because Kev knows no humans are supposed to roam the spirit realm. He wonders how Goku survived there. No bending like Jet. Goku's a very skilled fighter. All of his skills that he learned was through training while wandering through the spirit realm, where you need an abundance of spirit energy just to survive there. And the attributes of that realm are harsher than our own, like gravity and everything, oxygen, like everything is harsher. It's a lot harsher. So this is the ability of the monk, and that's what Goku is. He's a monk. They're fortified in spirit energy, which is pretty much in any lore, like ki, chi is all the same, spirit energy. So they're fortified in it, and Goku being there and having to survive, he unlocks abilities he didn't know he had. So Goku is a monk, and monks are fighters that use spirit energy and not bending. And this is good against soul benders because soul benders, they can use your bending against you. Well, at this point, they have to fight somebody to throw energy at them, and they can't do anything. So they have to rely on their hand-to-hand combat, which usually doesn't end well for them. But since the introduction of monks, they are aware of it. So they have to, practice more physical training just to endure attacks, because they do have bending of some sort, and they can grab it from people who are really far away, and that's what they have to do to survive.
Right.
So what ended up happening is Goku, for the most part, was trained like when you train with Kev enhances your training and abilities by applying gravity to you during training, sort of to the hyperbolic time chamber where gravity is, negative, whatever. So this allows you to become even more physically stronger because of that. And what monks do, they walk the earth looking for knowledge just to help keep the universe balanced. And Goku's a unique monk as he can survive in space, because Saiyans can't survive in space. It can't. And this was explained. Like I researched this purposely just to make this unique to you, because you can breathe in space. And this is how you do it. This was due to you withstanding harsh conditions in the spirit realm long enough, like I said, 100 Earth years, to use spirit energy to hold your breath for a full Earth year. So you can hold your breath for a year. So this also allows you to travel places normal people can't. You know what I mean? Like underwater and shit like that. And then you can withstand pressure because you're used to gravity training. So you can go to a lot of places normal people can't. So this is what I wanted to introduce, because I think that's kind of a cool character, because you can actually fly in space and, you can survive in vacuums. Yeah. There's all types of shit you can do. You can throw all kinds of beams and all types of shit. So that is Goku. So moving on to Kev, there's some other abilities I want to get into and some things I want to touch on. So Kev can only gravity bend because he's located as Earth Soul, and it is not known how to locate them. It's a mystery, but Toph can sense him because her seismic sense. And also come to find out, Earthbenders can bend any type of rock, no matter what planet it's from. Because I'm able, Galaxybender can travel to different places. And there are millions of different minerals and molecules to bend in the universe. So a new ability I introduced is called Polaris. This is a meditating ability to see into the spirit realm, and an ability to remove things from it. It's similar to Aang's, when he goes into meditation. Similar to that, however, Galaxybenders cannot travel there. They can only see into it and remove things. And they can only see into one location at a time too. And this leaves them very vulnerable, as Aang is as well. And this is how Goku was found just wandering. It just stroke of coincidence, shit lined like it's supposed to. Saw him in the puddle of black waters and was able to bring him through. And then there's another ability Galaxybender had called Oxide. And it's a breathing technique that allows Galaxybenders to breathe in space by manipulating oxide molecules, because oxygen is found, in oxide molecules. And he was only able to learn this from Earth Soul due to rocks itself having minerals in it to practice the technique. So I did a little bit of research and try to put the actual science behind how it would work if it was possible at all, which we know it's not, but it sounds cool. And then the last ability we have is polarity. It's a technique used by the Gravity Bender to lock opponents into a specific distance of the fighter, which prevents the opponent's escapes, like a magnet for the most part. And if anybody's ever played Killer Instinct, there's an ability called Aganos that he walls you in. And that's basically what it does. It puts like a gravity barrier where you kind of can't, get away. It's like pulling you towards. And Iron Taker had something like that. And if you ever played BlazBlue, the same people who made Guilty Gear, they made this game called BlazBlue, and there's a big heavy guy. He's like, I think so. He's a grappler, and his name's Iron Taker, and he has like a magnetism type move. So that's what I was thinking of, what I mean? And then, and it also has an opposite effect as well, to be able to keep an enemy at a safe distance, like the opposite polarity. How you put two magnets together and they won't. So this can keep the Gravity Bender safe. So Kev's first day of learning gravity bending was pretty rough on him. So you remember that whole Aang in the beginning where he spins around on his air scooter, and he hits that wall. So imagine that 1,000 times just to practice technique, because I'm dealing with polarity. So yeah. So and gravity benders can change their polarity, manipulate magnetation. It's just any being with blood has iron. And this is how polarity is used on an opponent. Even the more powerful the bender is, because like they're in me. And then I got this idea from the guy I talked to this morning on the phone, because me and him discussed the amount. Because I was like, in reality, Earthbender should be able to blood bend because there's iron in our blood, and then there's way less iron in water. However, if the bender is powerful enough, you have to train to be able to focus enough discipline to be able to manipulate lower amounts of, of metals. So it starts, it starts slowly. So it can take years and years and years to be able to use this technique as well. So that's another reason why Galaxy Benders live so long, because sometimes it takes, years for them to learn the abilities they need to learn. So yeah. So that is how polarity is used on opponent. So that's pretty much what we have, and that's perfect, just how I ended. That's pretty much what we have for the Avatar fan fiction. I hope you guys enjoyed that segment. I have fun doing it.
Fucking badass.
Yeah, I'm eventually gonna put all this stuff in one folder, and who knows where it go. But I do have a lot of time. I'm working on it. But what was cool about it though is just how I guess it's just a coincidence. Like my accounts and shit got hacked, and I ended up talking to a guy from fucking England. He was in England at the time too, and me and him talked about this. And then he gave me an idea.
It's a small world.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then I told him, I said, "Look, man," I said, "this is just a testament of how, like, we're human. We're all human, we're all the same. Like me and him are different sides of the world, and we're influenced by this one thing. You know what I mean? So." And that's why I don't understand racism and shit, man. I just don't get it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I have fun doing this, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, I won't have one every month, but if I do, definitely, I'll let you guys know. And then again, like I can only do one show a month because it takes a lot of Goku, tell him.
It does.
Just for one, like this small show that's not, much at all.
There's a lot more that goes into it.
Yeah, than you think. And then these bigger production podcasts and shows and TV shows, man, you see why like they want money and stuff like that. It's just like, if I'm going to do this, like we have to be paid to do it the right way, because it's just the time it takes to do it. So, yeah. And that's another reason what's interesting about our main event. Like, because it's an indie game, and you have no idea how much time these people put into it for nothing. So yeah. So moving on. we're going to get into the backlog section. So it's usually what's new, finished anything. If so, how was it? So we got to go ahead and move the Dragon Ball. I hope you guys enjoyed that too. I hope that was a
That
good
thing was funny.
Was that a good watch? Was it a good watch?
Good.
All right, so let's remove this one. All right, so we're going to play this one. All right, so Goku, talk to me. What you been playing?
Well, of course I play Rocket League.
Rocket League?
That is my number one.
Is it?
Like I was saying, I had to tell my son, like, I can play For Honor a little bit. Would you? Like, actually, I did a stream last night because him and his friend from work, it's finally gone cross console. So they finally fought each other. And my son, they did the best 2 of 3 matches. And my son won the 2 out of 3. And then, like, they were like, play against him, Dad. I'm like, dude, you know I'm not that good. But I know also my play style is different. So he just fought my son, who was good at, like, parries and fakes and shit. I don't parry. I don't fake. I rarely even guard. Usually, as soon as I see you swing, I'm dipping. Then I'm hitting you with a counterattack.
Gotcha.
So I actually beat dude.
Gotcha. Wasn't happy about it, was he?
No, not. He wasn't upset, I guess. It's all right. It was a good game.
Just a game.
Number 1 is my Rocket League. And actually, I've got that car that they're showing right there. Like, it's got the same hitbox as an Octane, so it doesn't bother me. I can play as it.
Tell them what you learned recently, because you showed this to me, and it was awesome. Tell them what you learned.
So,
excuse me.
I had an epiphany. I basically learned how to face fast aerial. I really did. Like, see how, like, he's getting up high? I've not been able to dub tap. That's called a double tap. Because he hit it, and it hit off the back wall. And as it was coming in, he hit it again.
He hit it again.
That's a double tap.
Double tap from the back. Those are not for kids, man.
At this point, I could probably start practicing things with it.
Yeah.
Because I get up.
I saw it, man.
I can go straight up, flip, hit the ceiling so like hard that it thinks that I've touched the ground, so that I can get a flip reset and flip again. Like, and I do it with. That's the one thing I need to double check and make sure how much boost it uses. I think it's 40, but I mean that's pretty good to be able to go hit the ceiling. That's not even like half.
Oh, I mean, I watch you do it, and like I don't play the game, but just by watching, I was like, that car probably shouldn't be way up in the air like that at that angle. And I was like, that looks like something that's probably difficult to do. Then when you sat down, you explained the mechanic to me. I was like, yeah, that's and you explained how you were doing it first. It wasn't consistent, and then you watch another tutorial, and that's another thing, man. That's why I love that that's why I try to make awareness for games and stuff like that, because people put out information that's helpful and stuff like that. And so that's how you learned.
Yeah.
So, it was cool. So, you got anything else to say about Rocket League, or
no?
All right,
I just gotta keep going.
All right. Well, moving on. Let's move on to the next.
Oh, I got a new Rocket League buddy that I do play with.
Oh, you do?
And we did get second in a tournament.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, but other than that, that's.
All right. Talk to me about this game. I don't even know what the hell this is. Like, I've like games a lot of games that I've never played that you say, hey, I'm going to talk about this game, this episode. I avoid it because like I want to hear you tell me about it. It looks cool. Like, looks like a fighting game. But go ahead, talk to me.
Spiders with freaking lightsabers. Like, it is bad.
What's it called? Tell me what it's called.
Spiderheck.
Spiderheck. Yeah.
Spiderheck. And this is the new game me and my son play. Instead of playing For Honor and Dead by Daylight, we've been playing this. And this game is insane. Like, some of the angles, like the things that you could do, and like it's almost like you have like Jedi force power sometimes. Like, that's what my son likes to do. He'll throw the lightsaber, and then you can pull it back to your suit, and it'll hit somebody from behind. Like, oh my god, that was insane.
Yeah,
He pushed that whole thing over and it exploded. Like,
It looks cool.
I've never seen that demo.
It looks cool as hell. Yeah, like
Game's crazy, dude.
like
That was the nuke.
Is it 4 players?
Yeah.
It looks like it's that type of
It's
game.
not a couch play.
What?
No, it's not.
What?
I know.
It's online only?
Yeah.
Get
So-
the fuck out of here.
so
Man, this
what
is
I
like,
did,
it looks
though-
like a perfect look. Well, I guess because how the screen moves, maybe. Because like
what I did was when I went over to my son's house, I actually went onto my Game Pass on my phone and signed into this game. And then I watched his screen as we played together.
go ahead.
So, like, that's how we did a couch play, but it was running on my phone.
Right, yeah, but
And I
he
was
was able to
watching
see the
his
video
TV.
feed. Yeah, you're basically streaming. That's crazy.
I love Game
That's
Pass.
it's that's nuts for like because like there's a game called Samurai like because this looks like the perfect party game. Like you get some
Yeah.
people in a room and 4 of you guys getting there and
Oh yeah,
it looks like that because like we did this last time I had like a big get together before like COVID kicked off. We played Samurai Gun. Have you ever played it before?
no.
It's a badass game where it's just 4 of you guys in this arena and you have a gun, sword, and 5 bullets. And you can, one hit kills, and you can deflect bullets with your sword. And then when you run out of bullets, it's a sword fight. And it is insane because you can like jump. I think certain characters can like double jump, different characters got different abilities. Like, but there's no like special abilities, but it's just like a passive ability, like a double jump, maybe a wall jump or something like that, if I remember correctly. So I haven't played it like since before COVID. But
So there is no special ability for
Yeah.
no
that's what I'm saying. There's spirit
everybody.
like that.
You're on the same playing field.
But it's that type of game, and it's couch co-op, and it's like the same people actually who made Enter the Gungeon made Samurai Gun. Well, actually, no, take that back. At least the guy, it's not the same developer. I don't think it is for sure, but I know for sure it's the same composer. That's what I'm getting confused. It's the same composer. I do a Dose 1 or something like that. I think it is. But yeah, man, I saw that you and your son were playing it, and that's cool as hell. You play games with your son, dude. That's cool as hell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, because Selena, she likes to play games with me too. She wants to play Borderlands with me, and we need me and her might sit down and play it tomorrow because I've been putting it off. But and then like when I get around to doing it, she's playing with her friends. So
Yeah.
but we figure it out. But yeah, like I watched y'all play it, then I was like, I can't wait to hear him talk about this because it like I like
fun.
I like the lights.
It
I
is.
like the lights. Does it make the noise too?
It does.
Oh, does
and
it?
they're, like, it makes and like I like getting like, okay, so
Excuse me.
me and him will usually play survival.
Yeah.
So there's also not just we could accidentally kill each other, but we play together.
Gotcha.
And you're supposed to kill all of the little enemies.
Mhm.
And there's like mass different kinds. And I like getting the abilities that make stuff slow down time.
Right.
Anything that makes slow down time.
Mhm.
So there's ones that make explosions. There's ones that make the swords like bigger.
Mhm.
And when they're bigger, then they also slow down. Like and the maps are crazy. Like some of them I haven't. Okay, that one is kind of a good show, like where you can see it's zero gravity.
Mhm.
Because some maps there's gravity, and then there's zero gravity.
Right.
And like the zero gravity ones I love because when I jump, I'm going exactly where I wanted to jump. The ones with gravity, you jump, then you got to use your web and, you know what I mean, swing around and stuff. Like, so that's the ones that my son is good at, the regular gravity. So we try to work together to kill shit. It's so much fun.
Fun, man. It looks like a real fun game. Like I guess I peeked at it for a hot second, because I wanted to hear your experience because
It's a lot of fun.
It does look like something I'll play.
A lot of fun.
No, it does. It looks like something I'll totally play like in a party setting.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that it's like online only.
Yeah,
Man.
it's
That's
online
crazy.
only.
That is insane. I guess that's the only con.
But you can only you can invite anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody in your friend list.
Yeah, but that's crazy. It's like it'd be so fun just 4 people all the time, just you and your buddies, like drinking beer on a couch, eating pizza. That's what we did. Like we had
that's
pizza,
what we used to do back in the day.
Beer, we had cookies,
and play like
and we
Smash
just played,
Brothers or something.
Yeah, we was playing
How-
Samurai Gun, we was playing Smash Brothers, we was playing all kinds of different fighting games.
Yeah.
And this is like it fits right into that mold. Yeah, but it's unfortunate, but it looks cool. Anything else you got to say about this one?
No.
All right, so let's see.
If anybody's interested, definitely play it. You'll be surprised and enjoy it.
Alrighty, good sir. So moving on. Tell me about this game. Talk to me. Because I told you the same thing. I was like, I want you to tell me about
this game.
Talk to me.
This is
What is
probably
it?
like my number 2 right now.
What's it called? What is it?
It's called Subnautica.
All right.
This game, like, all right, so I'm already into space and I'm
Mhm.
just a freaking big nerd, like, and this is like an ocean world,
Mhm.
and you're trying to survive. You gotta actually like collect resources and build stuff, and there's quite a few little predators. Yeah, you can build your own town pretty much. Like it gets pretty technical.
So is it a survival game?
It is a survival game.
Okay.
Like Ark or something.
So I'll enjoy it vicariously through you, my friend.
Yeah. I understand.
Now, people, that's how, if there's a game you don't like, because here's the thing, man, look, there's a lot of games I like and don't like, and not everybody's gonna like the same things. But it doesn't make the game shit, and it doesn't mean you have to take poop on it. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of games that I play, you're like, fuck that shit. You know what I mean?
Like,
So, but it's a nice way of saying, well, and that's the thing is, I'm not lying, I will enjoy it vicariously through you because I do watch you stream games. And like those type of games are the ones that I do watch other people play because I know like it's not action for me, but it's a very ASMR game. Like it's super chill. Like my wife, Steph, remember Steph? You remember that water game you was watching Goku play? Like it's real chill, ain't it? Yeah, to chill you out.
Yeah, that's what I do. I'll get sweaty and play fucking Rocket League, and then when I'm done, and I play this, and I just chill and zone out, like explore the deep, like. In this replay, I haven't seen anything new. Even that thing that just jumped out, I've seen those before. Like, I've already explored pretty deep, and the next thing I want to try to do is like capture one of these alien things. I'll point them out when I see it. That thing right there coming up. It's the purple that thing, and it teleports. You can scan them, and then like that'll give you more information about them. And I'm not sure, but I've intercepted like alien communication and shit, and apparently they're keeping an eye on me. So I want to keep an eye on them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it like I said, it's a super Bob Ross game for me.
Super Bob Ross.
like when like I've listened to you play it. Because like I saw you streaming it, and then I was like, okay, I noticed something he's gonna talk about in the show, so I'm not gonna watch it. But I just have this, I'll tab over and like I was like working on the show. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, so it's super chill. Like I watch a lot of games like that, like Hello Neighbor and Death by Daylight. Like those games I watch because there's games that I like what's happening in it, but it's not enough action for me. You know what I mean? Yeah. So what type of gamer would you recommend this for? That's another thing we should do. Let's just on the fly come up with that. When we go through our backlog, what type? Who would you recommend this for? What type of gamer you would say?
I don't know. It's like
definitely like if you're looking at a lot of action, that's not what you want, right?
if you want a bunch of action, no.
Yeah, okay.
It's more of like exploration
Yeah.
and the survival.
And adventure.
And a little bit of adventuring.
I don't like the other game you was playing, Astroneer. I
Astroneer.
really love watching you playing that.
Astronauts.
No, it was that one.
Who was the Astroneer? You're right, Astroneer.
So you know I got elephant's memory.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, I watched you play that for a long time. That's a super cool game.
I was getting pretty far. I was actually like traveling to a couple different planets and shit. Like that's the thing. Like apparently you can leave the planet in this game, and it almost seems like if you do, you just like land on another ocean planet, or you start to leave and you come crashing back down. I don't know exactly how it ends, but it almost seems that way because I was doing the creative mode, just trying to get an idea of how to build like a better base. And I seen that there's like a Neptune rocket, and that's you build the platform above the water. So it's a rocket that's going to get you off the planet.
Oh, okay.
So that's probably the end game.
Oh shit, it has Oculus support.
Yeah, I seen that.
VR and all that shit.
Yeah,
that's
that
crazy.
Would be crazy.
Like I can't. It ain't that I don't like VR. It's just I can't handle it. It doesn't make me motion sick because speed and motion has nothing. It's just me being like my head being closed in like that. And hold on, let me explain. Me not being able to hear the outside world. Like that's why sometimes when I wear headphones, I'll put like one in because I need to hear the outside world because I have shit eyesight like I do, and I need to hear. So me being closed in like that, it cuts off like a major sense for me, and it causes like real life anxiety and stress. I start panicking. I throw the motherfucker off. Yeah.
And see, like I played Hot Shot through the Oculus, and I actually beat that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't.
And it's not even a claustrophobic thing per se. It's just like because you can put me in like a small area. I mean, I lived in a dorm.
But then I tried to play like Myst, right? Do you remember?
Yeah,
Computer Myst.
I know Myst is. Yeah.
Okay, well,
so it's
the way
an adventure game.
You would move.
One click.
It was. You could also use the stick to actually like move forward, and that part was making me motion sick.
Oh yeah,
because I wasn't physically moving.
Yeah,
but everything, all my other senses, made me feel like I was.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, it's because it's independent. I remember when they was first messing around with VR. I saw them do it with Doom 3. And they had it like that where you move it, but like your camera was like that, and like that disoriented a lot of people. So, I've played Doom 3 in 3D before. It's cool as fucking 3D.
Really?
I've played Doom 3 in 3D. I've played Call of Duty Black Ops 2 in 3D, and it's cool because you look through the sight, the real like iron sight. You look through it. Like the gun comes up and it's like right in your fucking face, and it's like
that's cool. Like when you like look down the sight.
Yeah, you aim. Yeah, you look through it. Like you see the targets through them. Like, it's fucking crazy. But it was. You have to wear the glasses and shit. And I still have the 3D TV upstairs. It was cool as fuck. And then I played Super Stardust, and like you're that fucking planet with all those fucking rocks. Like it was insane. Like 3D was fun as hell, but it was gimmicky. But yeah, so you got anything else about the Subnauticas?
Just it's a chill game. I mean, if you got some time just to have some fun, the best thing to do is pop in and go into creative mode first and just kind of play with the stuff, and then get serious and start a new game in like survival. That's the best way to do it, because you can be concerned about food, water, oxygen, hit points. All the batteries have powers. You got to recharge them.
So you're micromanaging.
All kinds of shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right, so it's a survival game.
Yeah.
All righty. So I had got it confused with Undertow. Remember, I was like, oh, I know what Subnautica was, and I looked, I was like, no, the Undertow was like a side scroller underwater game, something like that. All right, so moving on. Talk to me about this game because I'm gonna tell you something, Goku. I don't know anything about it. Nothing. I don't even know what this game is. I don't know. All I know is Toriyama has something to do with it. It looks like it was art at least.
Yeah.
And it's a Dragon Ball game. That's all I know. So what the fuck is Dragon Ball the Breakers? What the fuck is this? Talk to me.
So this game is they took the Dragon Ball Xenoverse engine.
Okay.
And turned it into a 1v7. Like Dead by Daylight version.
Oh, I had no idea it was this type of game.
So one person is the raider.
Okay.
There's 3 raiders.
Okay.
Cell, Frieza, and Majin Buu.
Okay.
And I almost said that perfectly. And then there's 7 normal people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the new character, the farmer. They'll show him. He's the new character. And he was like the guy who first saw Raditz when he came to Earth, and he shot the gun, and Raditz caught a bullet and flicked the bullet back at him and killed him. Like, that's how weak this guy is.
I mean, well, they look like humans.
They're humans.
Okay, yeah. So when does the Z Fighters come in at?
You get this soul sync abilities, I guess the best way to call it, where you get to, and here's the part that's kind of goofy though, is they got it set up through the gacha kind of thing.
Is it a do you pay for the game?
You gotta actually pay for the game.
What the fuck? Hold on a little, slow down.
Yeah.
Let me make sure I understand. So you have to pay for it, and then there's loot boxes.
And well, the earn the currency is not hard.
You have to grind, though, right?
Maybe a little bit. It's really not hard to get the currency. I've been able to get stuff already.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's not hard to grind.
But you can pay to speed up the process.
Of course.
Oh, fuck, Goku.
I did not. No.
Oh, fuck. No. I'm just saying, like, damn, that's crazy.
I already paid.
Damn, like, you think, I thought they were doing anything. That's what I'm saying.
But it's not like full game price.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't. It was a $30, $32, after tax.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not the full game price. Like,
I mean, it's your money, you know what I'm saying? I get that's
basically what they're doing is to keep the rights to Dragon Ball. You gotta keep putting out a game every Bandai.
Oh, okay, yeah, just like with they do that with wrestling too. Like you under contract to put out a game every year, or you lose that license. Yeah, that's crazy. So
and it's like
that's why the quality
3
sometimes
years.
in games could be like bad because they have to rush it out.
That's kind of the problem with this.
Oh,
like I wouldn't say its quality is terrible, but it just, like I said, first off, you can immediately tell that they used the Xenoverse engine.
Okay.
Yeah,
you can definitely tell that.
And then they tried to like put together some of the, I don't know. It's kind of clunky.
I got you.
It's kind of clunky in my opinion.
So it's just unpolished.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because looking at it, it does look like Xenoverse. Even the font is like Xenoverse, yeah.
And then my biggest and probably only biggest gripe about it is it takes forever to get in a fucking match. It's really not cool. Like, it really takes a long time to get into a match.
Damn. Well, shit. But I mean, when you get into it, though, is it fun?
Yeah.
Is it fun?
I've been able to be the
That's the main thing,
raider one time.
Oh, okay.
I've probably played like a total of like 10 matches. That's how long it takes to get into a match.
Mm-hmm.
I've probably put 4 hours into it, played 10 matches, and got to be the raider once.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, if you're having fun with it, man, that's all that really matters.
Of course.
It's just, it sucks. I know what you're talking about, though, because, like, you get excited for a game, and it comes out, and there's just small problems with it due to politics of the game. So basically, they have to rush it due to a contract.
Mm-hmm.
So that bleeds and has a direct correlation on quality. So that sucks. But overall, you said the mechanics, the game itself is fun, and that's just the crap. The game is good, but it's just
The game
business.
is fun. It's not bad.
You know what Bison said? You know what he said? His best line? Business is business.
Business is
That's what he says, man. That's what he said. And then
they did.
And then Cammy was like, "You monster, you." Then he said, "Yes, yes, yes. I killed your father." And he said, "What is it with you women anyway? I killed my father too. You don't see me whining about it." I was like, "Damn, that's cold-blooded, man. That's cold-blooded, ain't it? Business is business. He's a businessman. I don't fuck with Bison like that. That's why they call him the dictator. Like, that's what they call him. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Over in, because you know how people didn't know Street Fighter, there's 3 characters that have different names in Japan and the rest of the world. You have Vega, Bison, and Barrow. Those names are changed around. No, it's only 3. Well,
Charlie.
Well,
They
I
call him
guess
Nash.
Charlie and Nash. Well, his name is Charlie Nash, but in Japan they call him Nash. They call him Nash here now, though. Did you know that? Street Fighter 5 is Nash.
They started doing
And
that.
then also you do have Goki and Akuma.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's another one. But yeah, so but for Bison, to make it easier, instead of trying to identify the character, it's easier just to call him Dictator. And then you call they call Balrog Boxer, and they call Vega Claw. Just so you know who they're talking about.
That helps,
like,
yeah.
I think Akuma is just called Akuma. Like, even Japan calls him Akuma.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is you got anything else to say about Breakers?
No, it's a good game. I mean, if you are a Dragon Ball fan,
Mm-hmm.
it's not a terrible thing to have. You know, it's not like it's gonna hurt your bank or nothing to get.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, it's not a terrible game if you're into like the asymmetric ones.
Mm-hmm. Like
Because
Dead
they
by
actually-
Daylight. And,
Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
They just came out
Evolve.
with this Ghostbuster one.
yeah.
That one looks cool.
Dude, look, this Halloween shit happening. You know, you know how you beat Michael Myers and Freddy and all those guys, Jason. You know, you beat them. You call the fucking Ghostbusters. You do. You call the Ghostbusters, man. You call the Ghostbusters because they're ghosts. They are. Think about it.
No, I see.
Yeah, because what made me think about that, I saw this. There was this meme or a picture. Somebody drew a picture of Egon. He had his fucking foot on Freddy's back, but Freddy was like on the ground, like. And then he had like the proton pack and that little trapper. I was like, you know what? I say that's right. They're ghosts. see, just called a fucking Ghostbuster. So that got me thinking.
Freddy is.
Well,
Michael Myers was supposed to still be alive.
but Jason's definitely a ghost.
Jason.
He's a ghost, man.
Okay, yeah.
Because you can't kill him. They kill him, and they're supernatural. Freddy's the most ghost though, because he's like jumping out of dreams and shit. But what do you call it? Like Candyman, he's a kind of a ghost too, and he's like a spirit or something. Yeah, he's a ghost. Like most of those guys are ghosts. Yeah, Poltergeist. Come on, who are you gonna call? We talked about that, didn't we?
Ghostbusters.
Who are you gonna call?
I mean, that will be out by next
I ain't
month.
scared of no fucking ghost.
I'm pretty sure that game will be out by next month, so we'll probably be
better.
talking about it.
All right, looking
So I'll
forward
end
to it.
up playing it. At least playing it.
Looking forward to it. All right. So moving on to Kev's backlog. I've been playing some games, y'all. I've been playing some games. Yeah, that's the thing. Like for a while, like I had a person, I had something happen. I lost my brother tragically, and that depressed shit out of me. And I fell out of games for a long time. My buddy Goku started hanging out with me, and now I've been playing some games, man. And I went back to my backlog, and I got to this one. This is called Alice Madness Return, and it's based off of It's Bayla, my wife. I knew my wife was gonna leave for this one, boy. Yeah, look. Yeah. You see her like. I was thinking to myself. I said I'm gonna pick on my wife when she start playing. When I start talking about this game, but basically it's a dark, twisted version of Alice in Wonderland, and believe it or not, you probably didn't know this. Like his origins come from Doom.
Really?
Yeah, because there's a game before. This is not the first game. This is called Alice Madness Returns. This is the second game in the series. The first one is called American McGee's Alice. American McGee was a guy who made maps. He worked on Doom 2. He worked with Sandy Peterson, John Romero, John Carmack, Adrian Carmack. He worked with all those guys, and he made maps for Doom 1 and Doom 2. I believe he did more work on Doom 2. So the first game like this is actually kind of like a shooter of Doom. It's made on a Unreal Engine, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it's on Unreal. Yeah, because this one's on Unreal as well. But it's like it looks like a third person game, but it's like really a first person shooter. Mm-hmm. And like it doesn't play like this one. This one is actually a platforming game, action platforming game. Mm-hmm. But the first one was it was like a shooter. Like shoot through cards and stuff. And I've never got to play it, and I've been trying to find a way to play it, but I can't find it on any store. I can't find it on Origin. Can't find it anywhere. And like I know I have the physical Xbox 360 version, and you can play the original version of that. So if anything, I can go back to that version and do it. Yeah. But I want to play the PC version because it was made to play with keyboard and mouse. But so what ended up happening was there's a whole story with this game, or series really. There's a third one that they're trying to get out. Yeah, American McGee is trying to get a third one out. So the first one he made, and after he made it, he kind of didn't want to make the second one, but they kind of forced him into it. And so he made it, and like it ended up being a cult classic. Like you wouldn't believe the amount of people I saw streaming it. But also though it's Halloween. Yeah. This is a dark and twisted game. And American McGee, like that's his thing. He's like that's some stuff he's into. So this is basically a very like Alice in Wonderland was already twisted anyway. But this is like takes it even further. But I'll get into that in a second. But
I watched you play it a little bit.
Yeah, so I really love this game. It's one of my favorite games because I like girls. If people don't know, I like girls. Like my wife's a girl. I love my wife. I like girly stuff. Like I like dresses and heels. I like when I make characters in games, I dress up all that. So we get to that in a minute. But yeah, so what ended up happening is like he wants to make a third one, and they're kind of just up in the air. It's said to be called Alice Asylum. So because like I'm not gonna spoil should I spoil? This game came out in 2011, I believe. I think that's how old it is.
That's what it just said.
Oh, did it? Oh, yep. Shit. But it came out 2011, and it is a platforming game that's structured like the first Super Mario. Structured like that where you're going A to B. However, the level design is like Rayman 2. It's not an open world game, but it's like they're big giant 3D levels. Like you, have you played? Let me see. I mean, that's the only game I can really think of that is similar in structures from like point A to point B. Because I want to say Crash Bandicoot, but that'd give it the wrong impression. Because on Crash Bandicoot, it is you're just running from point A to point B, and then you're running from point A to point B, and it's a straight line for the most part. But this is not that. Like you actually have to adventure, explore. There's little things you can go off to. It's a linear game. Like I said, it's structured like the first Super Mario, but it's like if you ever play Rayman 2, Rayman 3 is probably the perfect example because Rayman 2 has a world map. And this game doesn't. It doesn't have a world map. When it could, but there's really no need for it. It'd just be padding the game for no reason. But it's structured like Rayman 3. Rayman 3 didn't have a world map, but basically you went from point A to point B. You get upgrades as you go on, and you can basically it's a platforming game. You're jumping, and the combat is a lot like Zelda, Ocarina of Time, or Twilight Princess, where it's you have Z targeting where you lock onto an enemy, and kind of like I guess Darksiders. That's another game. More closer to Darksiders than Zelda. However, you can't do any jump attacks, which that's a con for me. Because I like air combo, and it doesn't need
to just pound people like.
It doesn't need it, but the thing is, man, this game is deceptively deep in when it comes to combat. Even though you can't do air combos because you have like your various different weapons do different things, and like if you're just intuitive, if you're like real intuitive. You will figure out like how to use the different weapons because like you have like a clockwork bomb that's basically like a mine, like where you can lay it and then you have a remote mine. That's what it is. You can lay it and you can even set it on buttons to open doors, and then you can use it to also stun and stagger enemies, and you can also use it to draw aggro. So if there's a mob of enemies, you can lay it and then like back up and draw your knife. And then they'll attack it, and then you can like shoot them with your pepper gun, or you can hit them with your hobby horse. Like your hobby horses are heavy. I just got that. And what's cool about the game, like I played it back a long time ago when it first came out when we was in the condo, remember? And I just didn't. I didn't finish it. I didn't play it very long because something else had came out. I can't remember what happened. So going through it, like first of all, I ain't played it in a long time, so a lot of stuff is like fresh and new. And then like I'm going to encounter stuff I haven't seen before. But she can, like, the platforming is excellent. Like, she is mobile as shit. She can triple jump. She can glide. She can dash. She can air dash. She can combine them. So, I like mobility. And you get a lot of it in this game. So, and like I said, you can combine her hobby horse with knife attacks too, and then like when you kill enemies, they drop teeth, and you find teeth, and that's how you upgrade your weapons. And they get stronger. You might get more attacks or higher rate of fire. Like her pepper gun is like a machine gun, and it's cool too because she holds it, and she cranks it like.
I was just watching the video.
Yeah, she cranks it like this. And what else? And my favorite part of the game. What do you think is my favorite part of the game? Believe it or not. And type of gamer I am. What do you think my favorite part? My wife probably knows. What do you think is my favorite part of the game? Just take a guess. What do you think? Think my personality, think my favorite part of the game.
It'd probably be like the pepper gun or something.
Okay.
Being able to shoot shit.
All right, has nothing to do with the combat. What do you think, baby? What do you think? Yeah, that's the clothes. That's what I like. I like girls, man. And like every look, if you look, she has so many different outfits. Every level, she gets a different variation of her dress, and I that's what really keeps me playing the game. As I like pretty and shiny and looking stuff, and that's what pisses me off. And my wife likes it too, don't you? My wife loves pretty shiny. My wife like boobs, like she's pervy. She likes that stuff. And like, what drives me crazy is developers would be like, yeah, like we shouldn't make games sexy and cute because. That's not what women want. And that's not how women is. Bullshit. My wife loves, don't you, baby? She loves shit like that. She loves looking at curvy girls in games. Like we like looking at them together. So it's like, don't fucking put everybody in the same fucking box. There's something for everybody. But yeah, I like the clothes, and I like I like the clothes. Like they're really cool. Each level is like a different theme. So, like, there's a steampunk theme. So, she has, like, a steampunk design dress.
That's the one you still got right now, right?
No, I'm actually using one where I'm underwater.
Okay, so you got the underwater one now.
It's like a coral dress. It's really... At first, I didn't remember, like, liking it. I was like, man, I don't remember liking that dress. And I got to it. I was like, oh, this is a super designed dress because it has, like, the little lights that you see from the creatures from the deep on it. They're, like, beads and shit, and they light up. Like, you'll see some of the stuff in here. And, like, it's just really cool. And then she has a Japanese dress, like, cause she's in like it's like the top of it's like a kimono.
That one,
yeah, like it's like, and then like one of my favorite dresses. I think like so far my favorite dress because I haven't seen all the dresses. That's the best thing. And I wish each dress gave you an ability. Like I'm going on about dresses, but look, I like my. But my favorite dress is the default one because it's awesome. But I really like how crazy this and twisted the game is. Like the story, like if like basically like there's a tragedy that happens and she does it because she's out of her mind. Like something drives her crazy, and like she's trying to uncover that. And she's trying to save Wonderland because it's all messed up because of something that happened. So, like, as you can see, like she's fucking losing her mind. And then like if you also see that little white when you see that big explosion, that's called hysteria. Like when you get low in life, it's like a super, a super state.
Move,
It's a super state,
yeah.
the Avatar form, but like she becomes invincible. And I like that dress too. I watch a lot of cosplay, and I see people cosplay that where they're all white like that, and they have the red eyes and the blood's leaking. And that's what I also like about it. It's real creepy looking. It's like perfect for fucking Halloween. And like I didn't intend on playing it because it's Halloween, but I played it because it's Halloween. So but yeah, man, like that's the thing. Like developers need to like quit grouping everybody, like saying, "Hey, people, like there's something for everybody, man." And that's another thing. It comes around to this point here where we need women. Like here's the thing, like you have other developers. I remember this brings me to the point. There's a game called Near Automata or Automata. Have you seen it before? There's a character called 2B in it, and like she's like very sexy, like over sexualized. And somebody from Borderlands was like, somebody worked over as like women. He had made a comment about like there's not a lot of women who play games, and the ones that get into it going to think that this is all it is. And I was like, don't do that. That's unfair, because like this is his interpretation of his art. Like, he's art. He's an artist, and he made her like that because that's what he liked. And then it goes to my second point is, here's the thing, like he's a man. He's not going to ever understand what it's like to be a woman. So that is his interpretation, and you can't get mad at him because of that, because you don't know. And if you feel a different way and you feel like, women need to be represented a different way, then you can't attack him for that, because that's just his vision, because that's all he has. The best solution is to, hey, get into gaming yourself and make games yourself. And like we need more women into gaming. Like I like women, and and the thing is, guys need to let women play. It's like and the same thing with like the black community. It's like you see a lot of characters designed black. They look like, it's like, why do they look like that? And it's like, because it's that person's interpretation. You can't get mad at them though, because they just don't understand. And like, and this was brought to my attention by a close friend of mine. I was like, you know what? Because I had made this point to him, and he said, yeah, it's the same thing with the black community. He had made I'm not going to put his name out there, but for privacy. But it made me think about that, and I was like, damn, you know what? He's right. And I was like, yeah, that's the thing. We need more women. We need more black people. If you shouldn't force diversity for the sake of it. Because I won't ever understand what it's like to be a white guy. I won't. So if you want to interpret the way you think it should, then you got to dig in there with us, man. We got to get together. You know what I mean? That's the only way it's going to work. But yeah, I like, and that's the thing. Like, people don't know. Like, I did have another buddy who, and I'm not going to put his name out there, but he said he don't really like playing games with women as the lead character. And this isn't really sexist, because his reasoning was kind of solid. He was like, because when I play a game for myself, I play to put myself in that character's role, in that role. So he said, I kind of can't relate. And that's his preference, and that's okay. You see what I'm saying? And then like his wife was like, well, if I ever growing up, if I thought like that, I would have never played any games, because there was mostly male leads, which she's also correct. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but however, that's just that's his preference. And here's the thing: you can't have preference without prejudice. That's just how it is. You cannot. You can't. You can't have preferences without prejudice. So, but yeah, like in my like I love like and for me it's the opposite. Like when I play a game, I'm playing it to experience that character story. And like you give me and I love characters with female leads, because they're some of my favorite games. Perfect Dark, Bayonetta, the Tomb Raiders, man. This game, there's tons of games that have like, female characters that are leads that I really, really, really like. I love Joanna Dark, man. She's a really, really cool character. Like she's solid, like, very well done. This Alice, like I really like that character. Like there's tons of characters from, the Dead or Alive universe I really like. there's tons. I really like, and like when I play games, I usually pick female characters, like in fighting games all the time. And then when I create characters, it's always women. And then like my gamer tag was Toph, so it made sense. But now it's Kev, so it ain't gonna make sense. So, but it will, because I'm just say she transgen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's gonna LGBTQ, baby. See what I'm saying? Represent. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna use the same. It's gonna be like Dr. Girlfriend. Have you know who Dr. Girlfriend is from the Venture Brothers?
Oh yeah, I remember Dr. Girlfriend.
The Girlfriend is basically is like a play on JFK's wife. Yeah, because she supposedly had a low voice. Yeah, so but it's Doc Hammer doing her voice, so that's what it's like. Like I remember, man. I remember the first time I heard her voice, dude. That shit was. I was just looking like, man, she is so hot. And I was like,
her voice is like,
and I said, I wouldn't even care for real, man. I'm like, yeah, I remember she was in the bathroom doing her makeup, and then like some girls was looking, and then she was like, yes, I just have a low voice. It was so funny. It's like, but when I play games, you can make characters like Fantasy Star. Me and my daughter, and that's the other thing. I have a daughter, so it's fun. I can share with her. We'll spend hours, like just hours. I don't know why this is not replaying like it's supposed to. We spent hours just like playing dress up. So you know, it's a lot of fun. But this game overall, man, it's real fun. Like it's a platformer. Combat, like I said, is real deceptively deep. You can you get an umbrella, you can deflect bullets and shit. There's all types of shit you can do in this game, dude. You can what other like, and I haven't even got every upgrade yet. So, but I'm really enjoying it. It's changed the pace from all the shit I've been playing. And it's just been a lot of fun. I highly recommend. I recommend it for anybody who just like platformers, man. You like platformers. And here's the thing, like it doesn't do anything like exceptional. It's not like the triple AAA game, but it does everything solid. Like it doesn't do anything new. You know what I mean? It didn't innovate or anything, but it took everything it did and did it well, executed. Control's good, combat's fun, story's real twisted. The dialogue, and this game is not for kids, definitely not just for the violence, but like for the content. Like there's prostitutes and shit in here, and like there's a pimp that was fighting another pimp, like a madam, and he was like, you better bring these whores out here or get my money. Like yeah, like it's twisted, dude. Like this game is not for fucking kids at fucking all. And that's what I like about it. Look, you see the fucking head crawl. It's not for kids, man. Like not even just visually. Like it's a twisted game, but it's fun. It's fun. So I really enjoy it. Highly recommend it, Goku. You can get it on like Game Pass. It's on there. EA's Play shit.
I know. I saw it.
I have it on PC. I have it on Origin. It's on Steam. So, but yeah, like my wife, she saw me playing it. She wants to get back into it. So I told her she needs to play it for me to get achievements on my Xbox version because I didn't finish it. I see, might as well go ahead and just knock that out for me. So I played that. Moving on. All right. So I played another game. Hopefully this one fucking repeats. I don't know why this one wasn't. It's so hit and miss, ain't it? Like sometimes it'll be fine. Sometimes we have to keep playing it, and that's fine. But I play. As you guys know, I love my. Ooh, look! I'm seeing some guns on here I ain't even got yet. Yeah, I can't wait. Boy, but I've been playing some games, like I said. And this one is called Prodeus. It is a retro. Basically, it's Brutal Doom. I'm gonna say that, and I don't say that as an insult because Brutal Doom's awesome. But basically, it's a modern take on like old school design. That's what Brutal Doom is. Yeah, that's what it is. So basically, and it uses an art style that makes it look, pixely and old school. And you can turn polygons on, but no, I keep the sprites on because it looks very unique. I really like this game, and it's not Doom Eternal, and that's what's good about it because you're not. It does a different. It handles pacing differently. They do want you to. It does want you to switch weapons, and it does put you in positions where you do switch weapons. But it feels so much more natural through how they balanced. They balance like weapon and ammo placement because you do like fuck, and then you can only hold like for like explosives. You can only hold 10, but like you never feel like oh shit. I don't have enough bullets because you have your arsenal is like so wide and it's balanced enough to where when you switch and when you switch, it is really never problematic because you really don't have a reason not to switch because unlike Doom Eternal, there are certain weapons that have a greater impact versus certain enemies, and where this game isn't as severe as it is in Doom, because it's not really the focus. Like Doom Eternal, it focuses on, you know, taking out specific enemies with certain weapons as quick as you can, and it focuses on reload and weapon canceling. This game doesn't, because it has reloads, and that plays into the strategy as well. So, it's really like brutal Doom. Like it's real violent. There's secrets. You got all kinds of crazy weapons, and you get to rate the maps afterwards. You can download campaigns. Like it's really fun. Like, and it's on Game Pass too. Like I had it on PC when it was an early access, and that's the thing. Like it's been out for like over a year. Like it's been out for a while, but like it just launched like maybe a month or so ago. Like it just went like, you know how they have early access.
Oh, like Game Pass and everything.
Yeah, like it was in Steam early access, and like I played it. Yeah. I played in the early access, and I didn't play a lot. I played it like maybe one level just to see what it was like, so I can get the feel. And like I was like, all right, I'm not gonna play it until it's out, because I don't want to burn out on it before it actually came out. Because that happened with us. You told me that. I saw Android Cactus, which is a fantastic game, but I played it. I liked it and played it. It's a good game. It's really good. That's a testament to it. But I burnt out before early access, and I said I'll never do that again. So it launched, and that's when I started playing it. So I said, hell yeah. And like there's a story about this game, and I'll tell you guys it a little later. But there's something that's going to come back, connect to this game. But I really like how they pace the levels of the game, and how they do weapons. You can find them on levels, and then there's a shop where if you find enough ore, like material, you can go to a shop and buy the weapon before you actually supposed to have it. And then you can find weapons and secrets and stuff too. And it has a fucking shooting range. There's a training mode. Yes,
that's actually very helpful.
Yeah, like I think all games should have like a shooting range. Yeah, have a training mode, like just to teach you like how the weapons work. You know what I mean? But I can understand wanting to keep the weapons locked until you unlock them. You know, just so you don't spoil it. And I'm cool with that. Like just like as you unlock them through the game, at least allow me to go to training mode to like test it out. You know what I mean? Like you get to do that in here. So that's cool. It's old school design, and I really like it too, because it is an old school design, but you don't get lost. Like how it's designed, it's not like you're not backtracking. Like how the levels designed, they lead. If it requires you to go back to a place that you were, it'll naturally lead you like another route to get right back where you were, instead of having you go back the same way and having monsters spawn. That's lazy design, you know what I mean? But they actually paced it really well. Like it's paced really, really well. Like I really like the game. Real violent, a lot of fun. Plays well with a controller or keyboard mouse. I played it with both because it's on Game Pass for PC as well. And I don't know if it's on Game Pass for PC. I have it on Steam for PC, but I do know it's for Game Pass for console for sure. A lot of fun. Prodeus, indie shooter, made on a Unity engine too, and it doesn't look like those. Are you familiar with like a lot of Unity engine games that like Clay? Like
the Clay Fighters?
No. There's Unity engine games that just have an art style that looks like it's made in clay, like Ukulele, and there's a couple other games. Like, yeah, like it has that like clay look to it. Like, look, I'll show you. Like, look, ukulele. See, look, the art style has like that little clay look to it.
Yeah, no, I know what
you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so like that is a common art style found upon a lot of Unity games. This definitely does not have that.
No.
Prodeus, this is a badass shooter.
I don't see any of that.
Definitely fucking check it out. I really like it. All right, moving on to our next contestant. All right, so I've been playing some games. And to all the evil hell can conjure, all this wickedness we send to them, only you rip and tear until it is done. That's badass, ain't it? That's badass, man. I've been playing some Doom Eternal, so Doom Eternal. This man, I have a funny history about this game for stuff I may have told you this story before, but I used to hate this game. The first like couple months it was out, I hated it because it's so different from all the other Doom games. Because how it's paced and how they limit your ammo, how it's designed. It's designed to keep you moving. And like I didn't realize that when I first played it because the game before is vastly paced differently.
Mm-hmm.
And then they showed a trailer as well where you had more ammo and stuff too. So like it felt like a bait and switch. But at some point in time, I wish they would have just like not shown the ammo. That would have made that blow a little softer. You know, just remove the hood completely so we couldn't see what's going on.
At least,
yeah, like it was soften the blow because we couldn't say like, why was the ammo like? 'Cause that's what I was like stuck on for a while. Like, man, like because it made
ammo.
It made the game not fun. Because I'll explain it to you. So they limit your ammo in this game. You can even when you upgrade all your weapon, you can only hold like 24 shotgun shells, 10 rockets. Even in Prodeus, you can only hold 10 rockets. But they really limit your ammo here. You can only hold like so many bullets, like 250 bullets. Like it's not a lot. And like it feels like the game is severely limited until you just figure out how to play it. And once you do, oh my god, it feels like driving a fucking Ferrari. And I've never even fucking driven a Ferrari. But if I did drive one, I know playing Doom Eternal is what it'll feel like. I'm telling you, dude, like this shit is like it. So what the game wants you to do is constantly switch weapons. That's why they limit your weapon pool. And then different actions do different things. So killing an enemy with like a glory kill, like those fatalities you see, it restores health. So that's a way to recharge health, so you can keep moving. You don't have to. And they do have health pickups and weapon pickups, you know, and they're scattered pretty good. But you cannot focus on just using one gun like you could other games, like one or two guns. Like it was used like shotgun, rocket launcher. That's what occasional chain gun. That's what people usually use them to. But they limit your ammo so much to where you have to switch a lot, and then to gain resource, you have different abilities that gain them. Like I said, glory kill gives you health, and then you have this thing called a flame belch. It's a flamethrower on your shoulder. You burn an enemy, you do damage to them, they drop armor. Cool, yeah. And then like for weapon for ammo, use your chainsaw. Your chainsaw is basically, you have to think about it like this, like. It's your reload button, because even when you're out, like, because you need fuel to use it, you can hold 3 charges, because you need 3 charges for bigger demons, and then like for, you know, medium demons, two charges, and then lesser demons, just 1. And then 1 charge will constantly recharge. It'll have a cooldown.
Okay.
So you should always at some point have 1 charge.
Like
and then small, tiny, you have big demon, you have heavies, medium, smalls, and then fodder. So fodder it will respawn forever until like all the small, medium, and large enemies are killed, like the imps, mancubuses. You basically have like your zombie man, imps, mancubuses, and everything up will not respawn, but those little fodder demons will, because they're basically your ammo pouches, your reloads. You see what I'm saying? So granted, you have enough chainsaw, you can, you know, just go chainsaw one. You see what I'm saying? So that's what they want you to do. They want you to keep moving. And since you limited ammo, they want you to switch weapons. And then each weapon has a strength against certain types of enemies. So, and then you have this Marauder character, this guy you see with his action shit. He really makes people pissed. Like he is what made a lot of people hate the game, the Marauder, because when you fight him, like he made me love the game actually. Like fighting him, because that was the one thing I liked about the game when it first came out, because you're taught to be offensive, and then like you get to him, you have to fight him defensively. And like
you tell me about that, yeah.
So you have to counter hit him, and like I understood that like right away because I play fighting games. So I had a fucking blast. And then when I understand how to do what's called weapon canceling. So in this game, you can't even really do this in other Doom games. Like, let me see. Yeah, I guess you can do it you can't do it in 3, but in 1 and 2 you can. No, you can't even do it in those. Like you can only do it in Eternal. Well, no, Eternal in 2016, only until you can do weapon canceling. Because you can shoot and switch, but like you have to wait. Like for instance, in Doom 2, when you shoot the double barrel, you can't just switch it. You have to wait until you reload the switch. I tried that. Like, I mean, it's the fast reload, but I'm just saying you can't cancel it real quick in these games. Like
switch to it.
Yeah, like after I shoot the pump shotgun, I have to wait until I pump it to switch. And Doom Eternal, I can shoot and switch right away. I don't have to wait for the pump. So that's what they want you to do. They want you to switch your weapons to cancel out the animations, the recovering animations, so you can just keep firing. So you can do double barrel, rocket, what's the things called that you shoot the big bows? Ballista. Yeah, the ballista. You want to keep swapping with your heavies, but like with your bullet weapons, you obviously don't want to switch back and forth because they're bullets.
That's just a crossbow then. Like if he's shooting it with his by hand.
But it's a demon one, dude. Like this is fucking. It's fire and shit comes off of it. It has a
Still
fucking
be a crossbow.
They call it a ballista because he's
Really?
yeah. You should see how big this motherfucker thing is. Like it's like we wouldn't be able to pick it up because it's big. It's like as big as the BFG. Like it's a big gun.
So it's supposed to be mounted on something.
Yeah, like you can't just
be a ballista.
Yeah, you can't run around with it. It's like the chain gun and the BFG. It's a heavy weapon. And you only get like so many shots with it because you can make it shoot this fucking beam, this fucking wave out, charge it up, or you can make it shoot this fucking bolt that just fucking pierces and blows shit up. So, or you can just shoot the beam. So you want to switch when you shoot those because they have a recovery. So if you switch and fire, that's faster. So it increases your rate of fire. So once you learn that, it becomes like Devil May Cry, dude. You just combo and shit. You just move forward. You watch me play this shit, man. And it's fast. Tell them, Goku. Tell them how I be running through it, man. Tell the audience how I go through this shit. Just explain to them a playthrough of my Being Eternal, man. Talk to them.
As soon as you like start, you'll like run, go down the hallway, and the first enemy, you like shoot him, run up to him, chop him in half with the chainsaw. Then like you'll run down the hall a little bit more, and it's gotten into a bigger room. So you like jump and like grapple hook off of something. Then you'll grab a pole and swing and shoot somebody, and you're just like flying across the room. Like you'll shoot like the demon with the one eye, you shoot it, and then all of a sudden you're in his face and you're pulling his eyeball out. And then you're jumping down and you're kicking a freaking zombie in the head, like, and then you're like tearing a demon in half, like, and then you're fucking flying up and taking the eyeball out of another one of those fucking things, like. Then there's the brain thing that's and like it'll like you could almost see it start to run away from you.
Yeah, they'll run
like,
from you. You get aggressive.
Shit,
yeah.
This guy is fucking up the whole room.
And he's trying to,
and he's like trying to get away, and you like fucking shoot him a couple times and rip his arm off and shove it in his eye.
I could just
insane.
I could just see all that in the comic book. It's like that's what he does in the comic book. He just like demons. Eventually, they attack him, then they get scared. Like he's kind of like the bad guy.
Yeah,
he's the bad guy. He's kind of like the bad guy. But yeah, they're scared of him, man. Like he's an evil son of a gun. But yeah, that's why I like it. Like you stay moving. I'm like chaining shit. I'm flying through the sky. Like if you watch me play this shit, man, you see
nothing like the demo that they're showing.
Yeah, like it's even
these guys are going so slow.
Yeah, I'm like
it's
moving.
Crazy.
Like I said, it's like driving a Ferrari, man. So and then like I said, I hated this game when it first came out because I hated it because like it forced you to play that way. And like I just didn't understand it because coming off 2016, it was very different. You know, you were able to use any weapon on any enemy. So, and I did switch weapons a lot, but it was just I had choice what weapon to use. But on here, you have less choice, but like it just feel better though, like because it's brutal, it's visceral, like it's fast and it feels right that way. Like it's like I feel like it should be like that, like different, like and it feels like I said, it feels like an action game, like where different weapons are better against different enemies. Like when you play Ninja Gaiden or Devil May Cry or Bayonetta or something like that, those those weapons are different and different setups and moves are different for better enemies. And like, that's what this game does. So when I wrap my mind around that, I was like, oh, it literally is an action game. And they want you fucking doing combos and shit. And once I figured it out, because and then that comes back to Prodeus. Like Prodeus is very different where you can't play Prodeus like 2016. Yeah. Prodeus is a lot like Doom 2016.
You can still rock just one weapon if you were.
If you really wanted one weapon, I mean, you can kind of do it. You know, eventually you'll have to switch because you may run out of ammo. But like one weapon is, not bad for every enemy. Like there are weapons that are better for other enemies, of course. But like for instance, I shoot this. They have like things that are like Aqua Demons too in that game because it's influenced heavily by Doom, and they fly around and shoot lava, magma, and like you can shoot with the shotgun a couple times and they'll die. It works, but you do it fast with a rocket. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah,
just like any game, but it's a lot like 2016, and that's when that went early access, and that's when I played that like for a couple of times. I was like, this is what I'm looking for. But then I stopped because I was like, I don't want to get burned out. And then like I actually modded Doom to where I could carry more ammo. But then when I did that, it broke the game. Like it didn't make it crash or nothing, but it made the game boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh. I said, I see. Like, it was like you immediately noticed it.
Yeah.
Like, so if because I understand how people feel. Like, I hated this game that first came out. I was like, I hate how they force you to. Blah, blah, blah. I was pissed. But once I increased the ammo, I was like, oh, okay, I see what they want. Like, they want you to keep moving, and it breaks the. What I mean by that, it breaks the game. It breaks the momentum of the game because this is a momentum-based game, and like that's why reload canceling is important because. When you lose momentum, that's when you start getting attacked. You have to keep momentum going. And like when you have just too much ammo, it fucks up the momentum and you actually can end up doing worse because you're using the wrong weapon because you have more ammo of it. But like and that's what happened. So I actually had to take that shit out and sit down. And this is one of the good things I like about Doom. It has a training mode. Did you know that?
Yeah.
It has a little place you can go into on your ship and you can just work it out. And that's what I did. And that's when and then I watched that video and it made sense. And then like I understood why it should be balanced that way. Yeah. So it made the game easier actually. So yeah, people don't realize like adding ammo, like it can give you a false sense of security because you're shooting a demon with a gun that you got all his ammo, but he don't give no fuck.
Nope.
Yeah, he just kind of and you get surrounded quick too. Like they just run through it. They just run through it. Just fuck you. Because I had the light heavy machine gun. I'm like, yeah, I got more bullets. Because I had 250 and I modded it to have the same values of 2016. I had them all the same, it wasn't like original Doom, but like it was less than that, but it was more. So I had a heavy machine gun. I'm shooting Mancubus. Like, yeah, I got all these bullets now. And he just fucking shot me with missiles and fire, and I'm dead. And then like I just get surrounded. It was like, yeah, this is not the weapon. You see what I'm saying? And then even when you use one other weapon, it's like the same thing. So you want to switch. Like eventually you start killing them, but it breaks the pace of the game. It's so stop and go. Like it becomes unfun. You get unnecessary deaths. Like just better learn to play the way it was, and it was awesome. And so I really like it. So you've seen me play this shit. Awesome. So, all right. And moving on. Moving on. I sound sad, don't I? Well, all right. So this game we played is called Shing. Well, I played it. It's called Shing, and I don't recommend anybody play it, to be honest. And I hate this shit on the developer. I'm not trying to shit on. I'm gonna be constructive though. I'm gonna talk some shit. Just because that's my personality a little bit, I'm gonna hype it up a little bit, but I do keeps it real. And like, this is not a fun game. Like, and it's almost a fun game, but the controls and how combat feels, they missed the mark. So it's a beat 'em up, 4-player, as you can see. And this shit looks like it runs on Unity too. You see what I'm saying? It might, I don't know. And the reason why Unity is used a lot because it's free and it's a good engine. Like you saw Prodeus. Yeah, you can use some shit with it. And it's up there at all times. It's free. It's free. I mean, you can. Yeah, it's free. So you can make a lot of good games with it. And like when I saw this, and luckily I only paid like $1 or something. It was like $1 or $2. It was I can't remember. I don't even recommend that, to be honest. Just because the core mechanic, the core of the game is bad. Like what it's supposed to be. It looks visually very, very exciting. You know what I mean? For what it is. For this. Yeah, it looks exciting. The trailer looks fun. Yeah, the cutscenes look cool. Yeah. The voice acting's all right.
But I think we did play this one time.
No. You didn't trust me. You did. Because let me tell you why. Like, so the first thing that this game gets wrong is like your attack is with the you attack with the right analog stick, and that's terrible for attacking. Yeah, you're pushing it over, using it to attack. Yeah, like developers don't ever do that. And then they do have an option where you can turn it off and switch to buttons, which makes it better.
That's helpful.
Yeah, you do that right away when you play this. Like, don't ever do that, developers. I understand wanting the need to try something unique, and because it may make sense, it may feel like you're swinging a weapon, but it feels bad. Yeah. That feels bad. So
It never works out well.
but you can move, you can change it to and like it looks flashy too, and I'm gonna tell you where it ends at. That's it. That's all the combat. That's all. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Because like your basic,
I swear I've played it before.
your basic combos are like just real mashy, and the impact doesn't feel good. And then like you can just keep attacking over and over. There's no end to it. And then like when you do attack and connect, there is an end to certain strings, but it doesn't, like, you can't feel through it. And then like how you chain your special, I forget what they're called, raise moves or something, but you have to push like right bumper. You go to a stance before you do it. It's real clunky and clumsy. You can't cancel into it. And then there's a lot of holding the button. That's when you see all those twirls. You're holding the button, and like it doesn't really have like an ender to it. Like it just, the combat feels like it was incomplete. Like they didn't finish it. Like it's like it feels like you have no real finishers. Like you have to use those rage moves, but like they don't feel good. And some of them are cool because like the low ones break armor. Like I understand the mechanics of it, and it's just like if it like the mechanics and the design is fine. It's just like the combat itself needs to be redesigned how it controls. Like because it's just bad. Like you see how you can even see it at one point where she's attacking, and then like you see her like miss, like it just it starts over like it. And like it has like a dash when you can do it in the air, and that's really good. You can block, I believe, I can't remember, but like it feels like it's not fun to play. Like the combat feels very, when you play it, it feels very clumsy, it's sloppy. It's not fun. Like hit the sound effects don't sound that great. It's just, I was like, man, and I'm gonna try to play it again just to see if I missed something. But like, it was just like, man, I felt like it was wasting my time, and I hate to say that because like, it looked cool, and and they did do one thing right. Well, they did a couple things right. So, animations are really good. I like the animations; they were pretty. Yeah. But like, here's the other problem: like, it's basically Turtles in Time because every character is exactly the same. Like the anime, you see all the twirly stuff. Like it's done by doing the same thing. Like it's kind of like playing Turtles in Time, which is good, but like you made them look so different. And they look like in Turtles in Time they were all, they were all like just four turtles. And you knew that they were going to be like that, but like this looked like it was going to be more complex because like you can like parry and reflect shit. You would think, yeah, but like all characters like so the same. Attack, up attack is the same for the, just for an example, is the same for everybody. Or attack, and then hold it,
like a beat 'em up. Yeah.
It's going to be the same thing. Like, for instance, like there's other games like that are very different, even though the moves are done the same. But here, that move is performed the same, and it performs the same, and it almost animates the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, Streets of Rage 4. If I push special with Shiva, if I push forward special with Shiva, his special may be wildly different than like Axel's, you know what I mean? Like he may go through you and go, he's on the side, where Axel's, he might be in front of you, just it'll reposition you. They all put you in the same spot, like it's just all the same. It's all the same. So it's not a fun game. So I don't really recommend it. But it's just and I'm glad that I did play it because it's like, hey, this is what not to do, man. Like don't put it on combat on the right stick. So that sucked. So we're gonna move on for that. That is the backlog session. The Shing is bad. Don't play it. So moving on, we're gonna get into the current events. So this is gonna be good because I saw this coming from a mile away. This is going to be good. So we're going to talk about Google Stadia. Because this is some shit that we use, actually. Not Stadia, but, we use streaming. Because we use Xbox Cloud Gaming. Like, so let me tell you, do you know anything about Google Stadia? Like, because I'm going to tell you what it is. You're going to be like, what the fuck? Why?
When you first sent me the notes for the show, I had no idea. None whatsoever. Didn't know what the heck it was.
Gotcha.
Obviously, I did do some digging.
Yeah.
And I figured it out. Like, I even watched this video. And then I watched other ones about, like, why it's going away.
Right. Yeah.
It's very sad that it's dying because it was a good idea. It really was.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. Did they just not have enough foresight from what I can understand? I also saw that there was a bunch of stuff that was supposed to come out.
Yeah, and it didn't.
And it didn't. Yeah, that was the updates and stuff that we're supposed to drop with and other stuff.
All right. It's bad. So let me tell you what happened. So they you see how they talk about 4K 60, all this shit. So this is like how, like, when it launched, this is how people thought it was going to be. Like, they thought it was going to be like the Netflix for games. How Xbox has it right now. They literally have the
They
Xbox.
are the Netflix,
Netflix for video games. Netflix for video games. I mean, and that's what people thought Stadia was, but no, it was not that. So it is cloud streaming. But what ended up happening is when it launched, first problem was it wasn't 4K 60 like they said it was in this video.
Yeah,
it's the first problem. Then it was supposed to be updated. I don't even know if it even got there. I don't know if it did. I can't speak to that because, like, I would not ever try this. But this is why I wouldn't try it. I would have tried it otherwise because I did log into. I tried it before it was called Stadia because Ubisoft had tested they had tested a game. I can't remember what it was, and I tried it in a browser and it seemed to work okay. But it was before they announced this shit. This Google Stadia. It was years ago. They were just beta testing some stuff. So people were assuming they were going to do something like this. So when they launched it, the problem with it is, so you not only have to subscribe to it, you have to subscribe to it and buy games.
So the games weren't free.
Well, I mean, they're not free on Game Pass, but it wasn't like you subscribe and then you just have access to everything.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
though.
you had to
you pay for the subscription,
and then on top
the
you had to buy
free,
games.
though.
So basically, you're paying them to rent a computer that they had, and they just streaming the video to you. And then, like, the controller fiasco was crazy because it was supposed to, like, go through your router because, like, they wanted to reduce latency, and then, like, just it launched it that was bad, and then, like, the selection of games was poor. The free game was Destiny, and that shit got pulled. It was just, man, like, it was just terrible. And then, like, this dude showed this video to where you saw the latency where you was see him push the button, and then, like, you would see the thing jump like seconds later. That's how bad the lag is, like seconds later. Like, I'll pull a video up one day and show you, but it was bad. Like, so it just never went anywhere. Like, and companies like that would launch games on here exclusively. I'm like, man, why in the fuck would y'all do that? Like, me as a consumer, I was like, I would not ever sign up for that. Why are you putting I wouldn't. Fuck that. Because it's not a good deal. Like, I'm paying to rent. Like, what happens when the service goes away?
Yeah.
And look where we are.
They have to pay everybody
back. They didn't have to. They didn't have to.
What do you mean?
They didn't have to pay those people back. But they chose to. Because it's kind of like the right thing to do. Like, is that to be shitty? Like, they bought these games.
Shitty.
Yeah, they bought these games and they don't have, in the law, they didn't have to do that. That's the scary thing.
Wow.
Yeah, they didn't have to.
Well, I guess it's a good thing they did.
Yeah.
Because it would have been all bad if they didn't.
Yeah.
People would have been extra bad.
They didn't have to do that. Like, legit, like, how our law is written, man, you agree to that. You can write it in your terms. And then you have to do it. And yeah, they didn't have to refund nobody. And that was the fear. Like, what happens to my games when, I bought this game? That's why it would have been better just as, like, a Netflix for games. Because when it went away, you didn't own it. You see what I'm saying?
No, I get it.
Like, if Netflix went away, I wouldn't be mad because I understood the agreement when I signed up. I didn't own none of that. And that's what it is even when you buy a physical game. You just own a license.
Mm-hmm.
But still, like, that, you would have bought a license, and then they basically, like, was like, fuck it, we taking it back, and you fucked. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Like, you pay more money for the license than you would on another platform. So, and that brings me to Xbox cloud gaming, man. We use that shit all the time, and it works. It works. Like,
it works.
It just is freaky how real it works. Like, and I got a phone clip and everything for it. Chargeable battery, so I don't have to worry about taking the clip off. Like, it's super convenient. Like, I'd be in a doctor's office, want to play like a quick game, like, something real simple. You just play it up, and then, like, on break, you was out in your car, playing Aliens with me.
Yep, fire team.
Yeah, fire team, and I was streaming it too because I didn't have it installed. because I had like to reinstall some shit. And I
Yeah.
was like, I can just stream, so that shit works, man. So and then their business model is just better, man. You pay a monthly fee.
Yeah, I
And then
mean,
you get all that. You get access to the everything. Like you can download it, you can stream it, and and you ain't got to pay nothing extra.
yeah, no, and I mean, I think it's more convenient to get like the yearly fee than versus like
Yeah, like
monthly.
yeah. So if you didn't know, like, because they don't like it's kind of advertising, kind of not. Well, you can convert your Xbox Gold time into Game Pass Ultimate, so you can buy like a year of Xbox Live Gold, which would just give you online gaming, and you can convert it to Game Pass Ultimate for $15. But if you've never signed up before, you can do it for $1. So basically, that gives you Game Pass Ultimate instead of for $15 a month, $5 a month, which is hell of a deal. Yeah, and you can stack up to 3 years. So I paid $180 and then paid $1, and then I have Game Pass for 3 years for $180, and that's a crazy. You think $180 is a lot, but look, $180 is how many games? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, that's not a lot of games.
100 games on there.
That's what I'm saying. Look, think about it. Look how many games you can pay for. You're not going to get that much money. You're going to get what, 3 games?
Yeah,
That's it. You see what I'm saying?
180.
Yeah, that's all you're going to get in less and less now because they're 70 now.
Yeah, they're
like for
570 with
for
tax,
Sony, their PS5 games are 70.
Yeah,
So it's like you
only get
and then
half 3 games.
you get Sony games on there too, like MLB The Show. That's a Sony game. Did you know that? Yeah, like Sony makes that game. It's because the MLB made them put it on the platforms. The MLB wants the money. They say, you want to keep this license, you need to put it everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just business. You know what I mean? It's business to them. So, so that's what, Google Stadia, man, it's just like Xbox shit just works better. Like,
They don't care about your stupid little platform war.
no.
You're going to put it on everything.
Yeah, they just Microsoft want on everything too. But so that's Mr. Stadia. Like I saw that happen. Like there was like months ago, they closed down their first party developers, their studio. And that was the writing on the wall right there. I was like, yeah. I was like, that's dead. And then like months later, here we are. So Google Stadia, they're going to the Google graveyard because Google does.
They're done.
They're done, man. They're dead. So stick a fork in them. Pour one out for. I'm gonna take a drink for them. Like take a drink for Stadia.
Some Gatorade.
See, look, even their advertisements stuck because
they know it's over.
So all right, moving on. All right, so we're getting into the phones now. Do you guys have phones again? You need the phones because you don't remember. Do you guys not have phones? Yeah. All right. So what ended up happening was Diablo Immortal was showed at a BlizzCon. This is a big, Blizzard event.
Okay.
And like there was no Diablo show for the Diablo fans, but PC fans, so they showed Diablo Immortal, and somebody was like, "Is there any plans for it to come to PC?" And it was like, right now we don't have plans for PC, and everybody's booing and stuff. And the guy was like, "Do you guys not have phones?" So it was a big meme. So coming back to Overwatch 2, all right. So when the game actually it's not even really Overwatch 2, it's just like they just updated Overwatch, to be honest.
Yeah, that's all they.
Yeah, they kind of and I'll tell you why. Like I'll tell you why they did this.
Updated it, made it cross-platform.
They merged the two.
Yeah.
Do you know why they merged the two?
And they like gave it like a battle pass and some other shit.
So you know why they merged the two?
Well,
think about it. You just said it. Yeah, you just said why.
Oh yeah, the battle pass.
Overwatch 1 was like you can buy it.
Yeah,
and that was it. So they can't have that. They can't have like business wise. It doesn't make sense to have 1 and 2 next to each other because they cannibalize each other. 1 will cannibalize 2 because it's like why would you play 2 when you don't have to get ripped off by the monetization?
Yeah.
So they got rid of 1.
That's all they did.
Yeah, so that's
just turned it off.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? We're not going to support that. You're going to play this. We're going to put a battle pass on it, and we're going to stamp it with the number 2 and call it Overwatch 2.
Business
Enjoy.
Is business.
Business. Business.
That's them bison, man. But so that's what they did. So that's the first order of business. And then did you know about the whole phone thing? The second part.
The phone thing now.
So when people play Overwatch 2, you had to have a phone with a phone plan in order to even play the game.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like you had it couldn't be like no fake number, no internet number,
Why'd you
no
have to
prepaid.
have a phone?
Because they were saying that for security, you need to have it. They want to try to cut down on cheaters, and which here's the thing. Here's and I understand this. Like, and I'm let me explain everything first before you respond. But I understand it. They saying this for security. I get it because I just got my ass torn up, and I'm still feeling residuals, even with their company. You see what I'm saying? Think about it. Like Activision, I still don't have access to my Activision account. It's been over a month.
Yeah.
So I get it. I understand that. Like, I understand the need for security. Like, so to me personally, I'm not going to play that game, but I wouldn't have cared. However, I feel like you should not gate people like that. Like, if you are going to require it, let them use any phone, but find another way, because like that alienates a lot of people. Like, I don't like. It's just my opinion. Like, there's no real right or wrong. It's just an opinion. But I don't think that's the right way to do it. Like, for me personally, it doesn't affect me because I'm scared. Because like you saw what happened. Like, even yesterday and this morning, I had to call my bank and deal with the shit. So I'm like, yeah, I get it. Like, you know what I mean? I got my ass torn up, boy. Like, if this hadn't happened, I'd have been like torch sticks. But it's like,
yeah,
wait a minute. You don't know what the fuck just happened to me. Like, I can kind of see it, but however, I just don't think that's the way that you do it. I think they have to find another way. But what they end up doing is, here's the compromise. So people who've already had like an Overwatch or Blizzard account or whatever, they won't have to have one. But new people will. Which, like I said, like I don't think that's the way to do it, but I do understand. Like, their concern, like it's so two-faced too, because this is what I think is happening. Because they can say security, and it's just, I think the security part is just convenient because it does make it secure. You see what I'm saying? It does. However, it's convenient for them to say that because, like, really, they can just take your info and sell it if they want.
Yeah.
No, really, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
That's what and that's my thing, and that's why I'm like, it's shitty. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, that's the fucked up part. And like, yeah, like, don't do that to people, man. But
no, that's what half of that is.
And that's also happening for Call of Duty. So yeah, it's rolled over to Call of Duty. The same process. And they haven't announced if they're going to do it like they did Overwatch, where they allow people who already have an account, not use one. So we shall see. And another thing that'll keep low ass kids off. Well, for the most part, like kids got phones nowadays.
It'll keep the little
ones off. The high pitched voice.
Yeah.
But nowadays kids got phones.
But
some of them don't even have like paid phones either. It's like some prepaid shit because not everybody got a ton of money.
But then again, like,
it's still not the way to do it.
If they have like decent parents, they might have a phone, but then it has the parent block thing on it, so they can't get into that, basically.
Yeah, but like I said, I don't think that's the way to do it, man. I don't think that's the way to do it. All right, so that's it. Do you not have phones? Part 2. See, they brought the phone, so that's why I said part 2, because we're in this phone shit now. Yeah. All right, so moving on to and then this is I didn't have this listed in the preview show because this is a surprise pop-up current event, because this
it is kind of just pop-up situation.
And I'm gonna tell you why too, because I knew about this, and let me go ahead and get the trailer playing because it is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful. That's all I gotta say. So it wasn't my plan to even talk about it, but I'll tell you what happened. So I was on Facebook or something, and I saw Bayonetta 3 October 20th. I was like, fuck yeah, I've been waiting on that release date. So I was like, all right, shit, I pre-ordered that because, like, I don't care about no housing. I know I want this. So
yeah,
I said, that shit should be coming soon. And then, like, I just had, since I looked at that ad, I started seeing a ton of Bayonetta stuff. So what ended up happening is I saw something about the voice actress, Helena Taylor boycott. So I was like, man, I'm not going to click on that because I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I'm past that point in my life. Like, you like what you like, that's fine. Like, I can't get into the business of that when it doesn't bother me. Now, if it's something that affects us as a consumer, then yeah, I'm gonna get involved because that's me. You know, like loot box and shit. I'm gonna make some noise, but like if it's something about voice acting and stuff like that, I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? Like I have no insight to that. I don't fucking know what's going on, so I can't get invested. So I was like, when I saw that, I just kept scrolling. I said, I'm not gonna do that. And then, like days later, I saw something she lied, and I was like, I started laughing, and that made me click on it because, and then I'll tell you guys what happened. So, voice actress, she voiced Bayonetta 1 and 2. Her name is Helena Taylor. She's British. She has a really good voice too, and I do feel like she should get paid for voicing, the character. So she Bayonetta 3 getting ready to launch like in 6 days, I think, and she had made this is like a week ago. She had made a statement saying boycott Bayonetta 3 because she was lowballed, like they lowballed her on the pay for the voice, and she felt like she was entitled to more because she voiced 1 and 2, which is fair. You're allowed to say that. But don't bullshit about it. So she said that she voiced. She said they offered her the role of voice Bayonetta for $4,000. So you would think that is for a whole game, like
That's nothing.
That's nothing. However, you gotta look at it like this. Like the voice, there's voice actors unions, and like the the minimum pay is. The minimum pay is $900 for a job
For like an hour. Like
for a session, $900. So
that could be like 2 hours, 3 hours.
It just depends how long the session. It could be 4-hour session. So she's saying that they offered her $4,000 for an entire game. So that's why she was saying boycott. So what ended up happening is she broke NDA to say this too. That's the thing. So this is why Platinum hasn't came out and just outright denied it, because I'm sure they're under contract and they can't speak on it. But people close to them and sources like Bloomberg and like reputable sources, people who can collaborate this stuff, and these are people who have collaborated this information, that she's being a little dishonest. So what ended up happening is. And then like the other voice actors that took the job, because like what ended up happening is, and I'll finish the story. So she said that, so what ended up, this is what the story is like. So it was corroborated that she was offered $3,000 to $4,000 per session, and they were offering her like 4 or 5 sessions or something like that. And then she was like, nah, I should get more. I want 6 figures in royalties. That's what she said. Remember, Steph? Listen, we listened to this. She wanted 6 figures in royalties. So that's fine that she asked for it. You're allowed to ask whatever you want. Good job. Nothing wrong. Everybody should ask what they want. And then, but you also have to understand people have the right to be like, no. So they said no. They're like, no, we're not going to do that. And then sources say that they offered her, since they felt like, hey, that's out of our budget. And that's the thing. People get emotional. This is what happened to her, I believe. She took it personal, got emotional. Like, I'm worth this, that. But like, you understand, like, this is a business, and like, people got budgets, and that may have just been out of their budget, and so they went with Jennifer Hale. And if you wouldn't have told me that, here's the thing. I love Jennifer Hale. This is another thing. I love. As I say, I love women, man. I love my Jennifer Hales. I love my Tara Strongs. I love my Cree Summers. I love my shoot, there's so many. Tress McNeil. There's tons of voice actors that I really, really like. Pamela Alden. Just tons. And so yeah, Mae Whitman, I love her. Yeah, that's my girl. So they hired Jennifer Hale, and I love Jennifer Hale. But if you wouldn't have told me, and they do sound different. Helena Taylor and Jennifer Hale, they sound different. But like, here's the thing, like, if you wouldn't have told me, I wouldn't have known it until I really got into it. You know what I mean? But like, because Jennifer Hale does a good job, so I wasn't worried about that. But like, the thing is, Jennifer Hale went to Twitter and just basically said, hey, look, I've been doing this shit for a long time. She didn't say it like this, but she said, I've been voice acting, I got experience for a long time. I understand everything that's happened to Bayonetta. She said, all I'm saying is like, hey, look, she basically said it was like, don't believe everything you hear. on the interwebs. Just use your own judgment. And that was basically the gist of it. She said, "Just trust me." And you look at Jennifer Hill's track record; it's stupid long.
I actually found some stuff, and they were saying like Bloomberg and somebody else, like financial places, actually showed the paperwork.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was corroborated. It was corroborated.
They were gonna pay her that money, like, so she's the one.
Right.
Made that shit up. She lied.
Yeah, so they, like I'm saying, like they can't, like Platinum just can't come out and say, because they're under NDA not to talk about that shit. But like you said, sources close to them that's seen the paperwork know what she was getting paid. So they offered her that money. She turned it down. They counter offered. It was like, look, we can't do that because we can't afford it. However, we're gonna go with somebody else, but we can offer you a cameo role. One session for $4,000. So that's maybe what they're talking about. However, that's still fair because, like you said, one session you only required to pay them $900, so they were willing to pay her still above and beyond,
way above it
for both situations. So
the way that they were saying, like the way that the sessions would have went if she'd accepted their proposal, she would have gotten 50,000,
like easy,
56,000
in hours
for that game.
In hours. Look, and here's the other thing.
For 20 hours.
She would have did.
She would have had to do 20 hours.
She would have did it in 10.
She probably could have done.
No, 10, 8 or 10. No,
but she was going to be paid for 20 hours.
Let me tell you,
would have made $56,000.
Let me tell you why.
Turn that shit down.
Me and Steph listened to this. She had an interview with somebody where she did Bayonetta 1 and 2. It took her 8 hours to do both those games. It was 2 4-hour sessions. You see what I'm saying?
So she just banged everything out all at once.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She could have, because she says that she works faster. Because she has a fucking sexy voice, don't she?
But that's the thing,
and she sounds dirty too. It sounded like she was scheming, dog.
They were gonna pay her
because she was
basically for 20 hours, whether she did it or they just got the 20 hours worth of material out of her, whatever they had to do. But like that was the way that the deal was, and she would have got $56,000.
What did she say, Steph? I'm very quick. That's how she said it, didn't she? She's like, I'm very quick. And I was like, ooh. So here's my thing, man. Like, I believe this is what I believe happened. She just got emotional because she felt like she was worth more, which is fine. But she has to understand too that, like, hey, people have budgets, man. Like, but the messed up thing is like that she kind of went to Twitter. Like, here's the problem. But here's the thing. She helped them though, because they should really. If I was Platinum and Nintendo, I would go pay her. I would give her $4,000. You know why? Because I'd be like, you advertised for us. Like
she just made it all.
Yeah, better. They paid. Nintendo they did no advertising for this, and then now it's like it's trending.
Decided, yep.
Yeah, so I like the stir the pot. I send her a payment like, hey, here you go for advertising. Make it official and shit.
Official.
Yeah, she advertised. So
you'd be mad as hell.
Mad as fuck, boy. You think she would cash that check though? Because
she would.
Because look, like if you look at her history, man, like she ain't did nothing since Bayonetta 2.
Yep, I was just gonna say.
Did you look at it?
Phone bill's gonna be coming up here soon. I didn't cash that.
So here's the thing: like the voice actress they hired, named Jennifer Hill, man, she does a lot of work. You remember the chick on Star Wars Knights of the Republic that wiped your memory?
Yep.
That's who you call the voice is her, Jennifer Hill, the girl who's voicing the new Bayonetta. Yeah, and like Jennifer Hill's been in my life like since I was a kid. I just didn't know it until I got older. Like she's older, but she's done all kinds of voices, and she's a good replacement. They a good call. Like since they had to go with somebody different, she's a good pick. You know what I mean? Like Jennifer Hill is really good. Like she's done so much work. So yeah, I like my ladies, man. I like my voice acting ladies. Like they're real good, and I like Isabel Furman. I like her too. Like she's really good in Orphan First Kill, and she's there. Like I said, I'm not gonna spoil the movie, but if you like that first, if you like that first Orphan movie, watch this one. It surprised me. Like it surprised the hell out of me. Like oof. But yeah, she basically Miss Taylor, like she threw her career in the toilet just because she got emotional. That's the thing you have to understand. Like I've been there too. Like I've gotten emotional over stuff. Like when I get emotional like that, what she should have did is just stop and reread what she wrote. That's what I always do when I get angry or something. I have to like send an email or something at work or whatever. I write it 3 or 4 times just to make sure, you know, I'm not, because I know my first reaction is going to be that emotional response. You're gonna have a lot of word garbage, a lot of just word filth, just trash. It's gonna be a lot of it. It's gonna be just run out the mouth. It's gonna be just, it's emotional. So, and then you read it and look at it and you realize like, oh yeah, this is trash. You know what I mean? This is gross. So
gotta be nice.
Yeah. So then you rewrite it and look at it again. That's what she should have did. She probably would have realized, hey, this is dumb. Like she didn't tank her career for that. Like she didn't really did nothing. Jennifer Hills, man. She just like 4 to 500 different credited for like 400 something stuff. Rose, man. Like she's done good, man. So
she did herself in.
So yeah, man. So yeah, that's pretty much her, man. Like she lied, man. And I put you lie because on the notes because that's what Leonardo said to Shredder at the end of the movie. Remember when he said Splinter was dead? He's like, you lie.
Oh yeah,
one of my favorite lines in the movie because he was upset about that, wasn't he? He was not happy. He was like, "What?" He said, "What did he say?"
He was salty.
All right, so what we're going to do? We're going to take a small break, and then we're going to get into the main event because I know it's been about 2 hours. Probably got to use the restroom, so it's going to be a small 5-minute break. And then we're going to come back to the main event, which will be Streets of Rage 2X. I can't wait to talk about this thing with you guys because it is going to be awesome. Like, it's going to be awesome game to go over. And, like, these guys deserve all of it. And I did some research. You're going to find some interesting things about this.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the notes again this morning and you added some stuff.
Yeah, so stay tuned, guys. We'll be back in a moment. What is up, everybody?
Back again
with you. Hold on, I'm gonna turn this off now since we're playing the game. All right. The boot up in a second. Don't worry, I'll fix that. There we go. All right. So, welcome back, guys. We're getting into the main event, which is Streets of Rage 2X, and I want to get into this game. And what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna let you and Steph just play through survival. That's what I'm gonna just talk about the game and shit. And then that's pretty much the end of the show. And then people who want to stick around for the long play, because that's just bullshit.
Yeah,
they can. So, but yeah. So, first I want to make sure all the controls and shit was set up. Because the problem we was having is my Xbox receiver wanted to be stupid, so I just used Bluetooth. So what's crazy is my controller is actually connected to the receiver, which is asinine. I don't understand why it does that.
The other two are.
Yeah, and then you can plug in another receiver too, and it's a Windows problem because I have another receiver. I was like, maybe it's the receiver bad. No, so this one's plugged up to the receiver, and you guys' controller are Bluetooth. Like, it's so stupid. So hopefully this works. If it did, it's a good save. Can you move the thing, Goku? Can you see if you can up or down? Okay, so yeah, push up or down, Steph. So yeah, it definitely works. All right. So were you player 3 or player 4 last time? Do you remember? Because that'll help me know what controls to use. Hold on, let me see. I'll be able to tell. Hang on. Let me see. 1. So your attack should be button 1. So that'll let me know if her attack is. Yep. Okay. So you were player 3 last time. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let you and Goku go into survival, and I'm gonna change the survival settings as well. So, you're gonna have to enter it too, Goku, when you do go into it.
I might have to be the one.
Yeah, because I got it. Because you're gonna have to be player
1.
I'm gonna have to back out, but shit. Well, shit, you can just take my control. Well, now your controls are so different than mine, so she can be player 1 here. Because your controls is like mine. You take that for now, and then yours will be fine. Because me and Steph's controls are the same. So Steph, yours is how we always play Streets of Rage, like jump attack special. That's what it is. I don't mash it. I looked at last. I remember she was mashing everything. Her life is just going down. So this game is called Streets of Rage 2X. It is a fan game, and it's made by a guy. And I have the notes right here. Let me pull up my notes.
Probably waiting on me. I'm sorry. Give me 1 sec.
So yeah, so the game is called Streets Race 2X, and it's made on an engine called the Open Bore engine, and I'll explain what that is. So and it started back in 2016. There was a guy named he was a ROM hacker. His name was Kratos, and what he used to do, he loved beat 'em ups. So he would do ROM hacks of like Final Fight and Street Fighter characters in Streets of Rage. So he did that back in 2016 or something like that. So he did it for a very long time, and then he hit a point to where, kind of like the same thing when we watched the TMNT video. Remember, he hit the wall with Mugen. He was like he ready to give up, but he found another engine. So that's basically what happened here. So he hit the wall with like just modding and stuff, ROM hacks, and then what ended up happening was. What does that mean?
Yep.
Did I do that?
Yep.
Why did I do that for? No, I didn't do that. That was Steph.
Somehow player 4 popped up.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. No, it was an accident. I don't know. Go ahead and push A step, so it don't matter. Go start game. Yeah, you're fine. And go to a new game. Go to survival. There you go. And go ahead. Oh, sorry. Hold on, Steph. Don't do nothing. Oh, I know why it's doing that. Hold on, no, no why. No why. Could be somebody. Or back out somebody. Alright. Watch.
Yep, yeah. That thing.
No, alright, so push, hold on. Steph, don't do this stuff. Alright. Oh, it's still doing it? Interesting. It could be a Bluetooth thing, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But for right now, let's see. Hold on. You know what might be crazy? You might actually be connected to this. It could be. Let me see. I'm gonna try to push B. That should be disconnected. Alright. Alright, let's see. He's still doing that. That's weird, isn't it?
That's.
Oh, no. I got an idea. Alright, go start. Hold on, I got it. Don't do nothing. Switching buttons. Don't push anything.
I haven't pushed anything.
Yeah, I can tell something definitely wrong. I mean, actually, I could probably use yours. Okay. Let's just default that and see what happens. That may fix the problem. And then I may be able to resync my thing. Go to start game. Hold on now. Let me stay. See, told you. It was set. That controller was. That's the thing with open. That's the.
It was set for 4, and you just put it as 3.
Yeah, so that's what I'm. Hold on now. Go back out. Where's that little receiver I just put down? I know I had it in my hand, didn't I?
It's right there.
All right, so let me reconnect this so I can connect mine. Everything should work fine now. Yeah, and that's a bug of the open bore engine. Did you know that? Yeah, it just does that. Like if you can assign one controller to like, crazy. See, watch the now it works fine. But I'm gonna back out though. But y'all go ahead now. So everything should be working correctly because I reset the options for player 4.
All right.
So yeah, you can go ahead. I'll go ahead, Steph. You should be good. See. So back to business. Sorry for that. Murphy almost got us on that one. Then he tried, didn't he?
He tried.
I got his ass though, because we have something we call Murphy's Law. Hey, what's up, Monk? What's going on with you? We have something called Murphy's Law, where if people are familiar with it, if something's gonna go wrong, everything possibly go wrong goes wrong.
It's okay.
Yeah, you gotta push A, baby. Let him do it, and then you select with A. Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah, you must select with the A button.
All right,
there you go. So. The person who created this game, his name is his name was Kratos, and like I said, he hit the wall with ROM hacking and was like, I can't do anything more with this. He got frustrated. Then he saw the open bore engine, and the open bore is like Open Beat to Rage. It's kind of like Mugen for beat 'em ups, where it's an engine. Steph, what are you doing? It's an engine to where is designed to like just import all kinds of different sprites from all kinds of beat 'em ups. You know what I mean? Like it's like moving for beat 'em ups. And you see all kinds of really bad open board games, but you have like really good ones too. There's a Double Dragon open board game that's good. Streets Race 2X, this is a good one. I don't think Final Fight is not on open board, believe it or not. And that's on if it is. It may be.
I don't think it is either
I
now.
don't think it is, but I can't remember. But it's an engine that's made to beat 'em up. So he basically he wanted to take Streets of Rage 2 and make the definitive edition of it. So it started out, this game is so much further ahead than where it started. Like it's been updated so many times with characters. Like Streets of Rage 3 characters wasn't even in it because they're working on this game's going to constantly be updated. And it was released December 27, 2017. But when he released it, it's kind of like early access, like where he's just going to update it until he stops.
Okay.
So eventually, they're going to drop the name Streets Race 2X. It's going to be called just Streets Race X. Because eventually, it's going to have stuff from Streets Race 1.3. So eventually, it's going to be the definitive version of Streets of Rage. Potentially, well, yeah, it'll be better than Streets of Rage remake because I get the combat attached more to it. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But yeah, so he had there's Game Gear levels in here, Game Gear exclusive bosses, like because there's a awesome Game Gear version here. He had help from the community. You know, he had people test and stuff like that. But there was a spriter named Kimono who did a lot of sprite work and stuff for this game as well.
Okay.
And that's what I'm talking about. Like these people, man, they spend a lot of time and money doing this, doing these games. And you don't hear any information out. No, you see like gameplay videos of Streets Race 2X, but you don't see anybody talking about it.
No,
you don't. So like, I was like, and I had watched Top Hat Gaming Man. Like, I had watched his video, and he says exactly that. Like he was like when he said that, I was like, yeah, he's right. Like I said, I see. This was like the only video I saw people like really like breaking it down and going over the history, talking about the mechanics and stuff like that. So that's why I really wanted. That's what made me really want to talk about it because there is no info. And this game is incredible. Like it has like excellent combat. Like the combat's good. And like I said, it's going to be updated over and over. And hopefully, man, we can get Redra from Streets of Rage remake that Ninja I play with.
Yeah.
I hope we can get her in here, man. I hope some way they do that.
Would be cool.
That'd be cool because I figured out how to play this shit. I'm doing air combos. It'd be badass with air combos.
Bad, man.
But so yeah, like I just wanted to bring awareness to this game because it's really well done, man. It like I said, it has a lot of content in it. Eventually, it's going to be the definitive version of Streets Race 3. Like they're going to update it, and that's why they're dropping the whole 2. Because I had saw that, I was like, I saw like on their website. Cause I'm gonna post the links and stuff like as usual. Like I did put the link to this download in the Twitch description as well if you guys want to try it out. PC only. It's PC only though, but yeah, I put that in there. So and they have a blog. It's updated regularly. Like he makes updates and stuff. So yeah, this is constantly being updated. So like this is only the beginning, dude. Like this is gonna be a better game over time. So what I really like about the game is deep and rewarding, dude. Like the combat, and it's deceptively deep, like ain't it?
Yeah.
Because like when you first play things at 1, 2, 3, 4, then you find out you can juggle, and then we just recently found out you can. I just recently found out you can air combo. Yeah, air combo. So it's got a lot of mechanics in it. Good sprite work, great sprite work. Like they did a really good job on Zan sprite. Like this is probably the best 2D, like this is, he looks better than Zan does in Streets of Rage 4.
Yeah,
like it's the best fan sprite I've seen of him. Like it's got a lot of detail stuff to it. So the sprites is good, and I've seen one of Blaze's new sprites. Like he has like a whole red outfit on it. It's like really cool, just stockings and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, like they got some stuff that's coming up for this. Like I said, there's new sprites in the game. There's a survival mode. This is what they're playing right now, the first survival. But they have a rebellion mode where you can play with enemies. There's a lot of customization in the game. It's real accessible. That's what I really like about it versus Final Fight, and I understand a lot of people had asked, Nestor, the creator of Final Fight LNF, to make the game, accessible. And his philosophy, like, hey, it's a hardcore game. I want to do difficult. And I disagree with it, but hey, he's not wrong. He's allowed to do what he wants.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I respectfully disagree with him because I enjoy his work. I just disagree with the philosophy. However, it's just an opinion. You know, it's not right or wrong. So, but I'm on the side of accessibility where, like, yeah, like make it so everybody can, you know, everybody can play. Like right now, my wife's playing this. She's having a good time because this game is pretty accessible. You can change the difficulty. You can have live. So like you play it, like you can play it on hard.
Yep.
And then or mania or whatever. And my wife can play it on lower difficulty.
Oh, he flashed.
So yeah, so it's accessible. That's what I really like about it. Lots of customization options. I put that twice because there is a lot of customization options.
Yeah.
There's multiple routes.
Yep.
Oh shit, Steph! Fucking put his fist up your ass. Can't let him do that to you. There's the soundtrack's awesome, and that's the thing. The soundtrack is actually Yuzo Koshiro, obviously, and I forget the other girls. I can't remember. I need to remember his name because that's so disrespectful. There's another guy who worked with Yuzo Koshiro, but these are the Bomber Games is crediting this too because they the music they used music from Street Race remake.
Okay.
And that's Bomber Games. So I believe I'm not sure that may be the only contributing factor from Bomber Games, but everything else is this guy. And we were almost right at the end too, so that's perfect. So yeah, so that's what, and then like the other thing is 4 players. It's a 4-player Street Race game. Which is awesome. It's free, and there's regular updates and patches.
It's only on PC though.
But yeah, that's what I was getting ready to get into. The cons, you know, no training mode. That's the first thing. You know, I got to dock it for that. I got to start it up. I'm gonna have to start it up. No training mode. PC only. And the controls can be complex. Now he's playing the Rebellion mode right now. This is where you can play with you can unlock different enemies and stuff like that too. So, but yeah, the controls can be complex because there's a lot of extra shit. Like you can block. There's a roll mechanic, and it's not done how it is in Street Rage. You know, typically where you just tap up and down. Now you have to actually hold a button. Yeah. And then there's like there's advanced moves to where you can do counters and stuff where you have to hold block, and there's different like rage moves, super moves, and rage moves. So it's got more buttons than a typical Street Rage game. But however, on the flip side, people will probably be a little bit used to that now because Street Rage 4 has set it up like that by default. Yeah. But me personally, I like the 3-button setup. If I can change over to 3-button, I do because I play Street Rage 4 in 3-button legacy mode. But even when and you saw me play Street Rage on my phone. You saw the stream. Yeah, that was me playing on the phone. Yeah, it was badass, dude. But yeah, so and that's like I said, that's the only really bad thing about the game. Is, and then the Rebellion mode is like right now, it's not as great as you think it would be. There's some cool characters, but like they're very limited to the enemies and what they do because they only have their own moveset. You know what I mean? Yeah. But other than that, the vehicle sections, I don't like those either. They're not fun at all. I just don't like them. Remember the motorcycle and shit? Yeah. And I know Street Rage Remake actually, man, I got updated. Did you know that? No. Because Sega had cease and desist when that came out years ago. I can't remember when it came out. It was a long time ago. But Sega like shut it down. But over a year, Sega became like they like, hey, look, all this stuff. They kind of relaxed that and allowed them to just distribute it free as norm. And so it got updated. Like it got updated with widescreen support. Like it's got some sprite fixes, bug fixes, like some features were added. Like it was awesome. Good. Yeah, it was awesome. So so it got updated. It was like a couple years ago that when it happened, but like I never thought it'd get an update because for a while like it wouldn't run on Windows 7. I mean, it wouldn't run on Windows 10. It was like crash, wouldn't run right. It was just problems with it. And then there was no widescreen support, but they fixed all that shit. And then they gave you different the user interface. Yeah. To where like the buttons display like Xbox, and you can put PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. They put all this shit in there. It was crazy, like or Mega Drive, Xbox, direct input. I can't remember. But yeah, so Street Rage Remake, and I would like to think that because of Street Rage Remake, like people want to make stuff like this because it was like the first big one. Yeah. But this like took the combat and just eventually, I believe it will. Like it'll surpass it. And I hope, man, I really hope they get like Ruger and them in there, dude. It'd be so good.
It would be fun.
I'm gonna probably try to send the dude a message, man. Like send because he, you know, I know his blog. I can send him a message like, hey man, working on Ruger.
I got an idea on that, buddy.
So what do you think about this game? Talk to me real quick.
I love it.
What was some of your favorite things about it?
Oh, I love it, dude.
Your boy
Like,
Zan.
that's my
Zan the man.
boy.
Yeah, you play Zan in every game.
I rock him. Yeah, I played Zan in all of them. And then this one, I just threw it in.
He's the best version of Zan.
This is the best version of him.
Yeah, he's the best version of
and
Zan.
he's got like armor, like he got hit buffer type shit. Like he's bad, dude. This Zan is bad.
And then he can throw like fireballs and shit. He can grab weapons and turn them into projectals.
Yep.
Yeah.
I gotta say, like the fan that built this game, he must have liked Zan too, because he gave Zan a lot of love.
But yeah, like it's a solid game, man. It's really good. It's a lot of fun. Definitely check these guys out because, like I said, these people, they put all this work and time into it. And when you put work and time into a project like this, and you're not getting paid for it, like that's a lot because you are sacrificing time that you could be using to gain resources for survival. And you're taking that time and just putting it into a product, into entertainment, just for somebody else.
For somebody else that's not even like putting food on your table.
Yeah, it's a very, very, very selfless act. And more people need, like, this game deserves to be talked about because it's really good.
It's really good.
So, yeah, if you guys have PCs out there, and I know, like, Street Fighter Remake, you can actually run it on, like, certain modded Xboxes and stuff like that, and Android. So, it might have an Android. If it does, I'll put the links to it in there, but I'm not sure. I can't recall. But some of these fan games will have like Android ports, so it goes in your eyes, your Shield, phones. You can experience it if you don't have a PC. But that's the only unfortunate part. But the good thing is Sega didn't issue a cease and desist.
Yeah,
they've seen them. Them and Capcom are two of the companies that are not real. You know, they're kind of lax. They're like, yeah, it's cool. You know, they're kind of cool with.
They're happy that their game is getting replayed. Basically,
Sega used to kind of be, but like Sega's way better. I mean, hell, that's how Sonic Mania got made. Because the fan was like, hey, I made this shit, and they hired him. So in Capcom, they're kind of cool. Like you see fan remake this shit all the time, like Resident Evil and stuff. But don't fuck with Nintendo shit, man. Nintendo shit, man. Fuck. So yeah, so for the most part, that's pretty much the breakdown and the end of the show. So we're gonna wrap that up right there, and we're just gonna continue with the long play. And this is not required. This is just us just kicking back.
Yep,
like we do every
Saturday.
And what we might do is like every Saturday, so maybe like just an hour commentating screen, just play and talk shit. And maybe watch, because it's something. It'll be unscripted, unplanned. No notes. That's something we may do. But yeah, so I thank you guys for hanging out, and I'll give the outro after a long play as well. But if you don't stick around, if you guys are cutting out, I do want to review a couple of things. Make sure you review your game, especially indie games, man. It helps because it helps them bring in revenue and stuff like that. So especially guys who like Tanuki. If you got Jitsu Squad, review that, man. If you got it, give them a review. And then if you like an indie game, share it with others. Share it.
Yeah.
Especially ones like this, you want to share with people, man. They put a lot of work into it. So, but yeah, I want to thank you guys for thanks for hanging out. We're glad you guys were able to join us, and we hope you had fun. And tune again next month. Only do one show a month because a lot goes into this shit. So yeah, so as always, the shit will be look at YouTube, and you can find us at twitch.tv. Kev the Galaxybender, that's where Galaxybender. Twitter, Kev the Galaxybender, YouTube, Kev the Galaxybender. And I'll be go through shit just for anybody who I got you.
Yeah, thank you.
I got you for anybody who may be cutting out.
It might not actually be written down.
It might not.
It's Twitch is Goku Black 81.
Son Goku Black 81.
Son Goku Black 81. I'm on Discord. That's Son Goku Black. I think it's just Son Goku Black, maybe 81 or anything.
And I'll do we do the outro after a long play anyway. I'll just let people know for people who don't want to stay for the long play, they want to cut out. We just chilling like a villain. After this, we're gonna get some eats.
Yeah.
Selena says she wants to fridge this. You cool with that? You cool with that, bro?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm trying to punch you. I'm real used to him being the boss. So yeah, this is the rebellion mode. So.
Oh.
Gonna see the okay, that's how it is. Kill Town. Alright, so let's go ahead and do an arcade. Do an arcade real quick. Let's do an arcade. Let's do an arcade. This is some shit. Steph can't hear it. Here, put the thing right here. So you can hear the game.
Oh.
Yeah, it's right here. Alright.
Sharing is caring.
Alright.
Sharing is caring.
Alright. Let's do it. Alright. I'm gonna roll with Adam. Them Domino's pizza, yeah, that do sound good. But Selena don't like Domino's, that's the problem. I like it though. I love Domino's.
Yeah, I like Domino's.
It's the most common route. People. I like Street Street because it's music. Like the beat is dope. Let's go. Oh, yeah, I got you. I got you. Yeah, I told you A button, baby. Put it right there. Yeah. We'll give them a level, and then we'll call it a day. Look at that dog, you got juggles going on. You got Bono. I like Zan's little thing that pops him up in the air. With that, yeah, Mike's in your way, and I can move it.
It's all good.
I can like move it over here.
I kind of like look
It's
past
like,
it.
It's like right in your way though. It's like right in the middle.
It's all right.
Well, I can scoot it like this, but
Yeah.
it's like I'm fine with it, like right here. So, is that better?
Yeah.
I mean, I can just like watch like this. You see it? Just got one. Nope. And I like how you can juggle with weapons on here too. And that's one thing I like about this better than on Final Fight Element. You have weapons. The LNS, man, they just, I mean, combo wise, they're the same, you know what I mean? You can both get crazy on both of them.
Yeah, you can.
Feel like you got nuts in that corner, boy, nutty. And they limit you a little bit more on here, too. You have to
Yeah, I was just going to say, there's a little bit more of a limit on this one.
You have to work a little bit more for your work.
Yeah.
Combos, yeah. And that's what makes it, like, actually fun, because, like, you have to execute, like, oh, shit. When you do it, you're like, fuck. I love this when you do that. Yeah. Like, hi, baby. That's what we call all items that are fruit.
Yep. Fruit pie, and then if it's meat, it's a turkey
neck
bone.
bone. And that's what it is. Turkey neck bone. Yeah. Drop the fruit pie. You can have it. See, if they had training mode, I can practice wall combos. You know what I mean? Throw set up and shit. The only place you can really practice them is in like survival. Good jump down attack stop. Go ahead and grab this. Wait. Oh, Steph, if you push run and push the right trigger, you'll do a special. You know that? When you run and push the right trigger, you'll do that if you have a star. And that's another thing, like you see those stars up on our life, if you have one, you can do a level 1 star move. And like, for instance, for me, I throw that little wave off. And then level 3, you do like a rage move. Took your ass in. Got that now action. Let me see what Mikey said. Y'all go ahead and handle that. Oh, dude, like, look. Let me tell you, Mikey. Domino's was, I remember any given Sunday, that's what we called it. Because every Sunday, me, Monkey, Billy, it was the times, man. They all come over. And in my apartment, we would play Halo and bring TVs and shit. And all we did was got Domino's, pizza, beef jerky, Pop-Tarts, cookies. Like, it was just a good time. And we did it on Sundays because everybody was off work, you know. Yeah, it was awesome. So we used to do that, and then like we also used to do Little Caesars too. And like the Little Caesars, like they're I lived off of their hot and ready when I got laid off, and that pizza that's all it's really worth is $5. But if you go to Little Caesars, man, get that Detroit beef dip. That it tastes, because they use different ingredients, like different peas and shit, different bread, and they put that piece around the crust, boy. That's the pizza you get, and that's why it costs more. It's like real pizza.
It is. It's a different pizza.
Yeah, it's different. Like the hot ready is good. Like
yeah,
you have to eat it.
Hot ready.
You have to eat that motherfucker fast though.
Yeah. No, I like it.
I hate it cold.
Oh, dude, I'll eat it cold.
This is how I do it.
I like the hot ready.
I can't eat it
I
cold.
was raised on greasers though, I guess.
Dude, like that's all I ate when I was fucking laid off. Shadon worked there, so trust me, I know about it. But I'll eat my hot and ready's like I'll have to eat it. I have to reheat it in the oven. I can't reheat it in the microwave. Like that's the only way I can eat it. I can't eat it cold. Steph can eat it cold, can't you? You can't. Like I don't like it cold, man. Your sister likes it though, doesn't she? Yeah, but I have to have it warm. I need it warm. What, like room temperature? Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Like it has to be heated up in the oven. Like I can't do it in the microwave. Cause it gets like, it's not like crispy. And I like I like a lot of my foods like overcooked, you know that?
Yeah.
That's like crisp.
Yeah,
it's a texture thing. Like you said, you didn't want the food.
It's a texture thing, yeah.
like Goku, you want to tell him about the chitlin story?
Oh man,
tell him about the chitlin story. If y'all know what chitlin, if white culture don't know what chitlins is, they typically don't. But they starting to get it. Like, it was a southern thing, believe it or not.
It was, yeah.
You know what I mean? That's really where it started. Like they used to cook for and the leftovers was like the chitlins and shit. Yep. You know what I mean? So they knew about them. But here's the thing. This is what chitlins are. Anybody who don't know.
Intestines.
Pig intestines. And they stink if you don't clean them right. Oh my God.
Great like shit.
So tell them about your story with them, man.
So like, our aunt made some, and she probably didn't clean them all that well because they stunk. Her stunk. And I didn't eat none of those. But then, like, a good friend of mine, his mom made some, and they didn't stink. It actually, like, smelled really good. I'm like, wow, okay, I'll actually try some. And I used a fork to cut off a small piece, a fork and a knife, and, like, I had to saw at it for a while. And then, once I got the piece, chewed it, like, I was chewing, and like as I chewed, it would relax around my teeth, and then I would like open, you know, to take the next chew, and it was like the little piece of meat was like licking me back. It was like elastic, and go back, and I could feel it like rubbing against my tongue, and it like made me gag. Like I don't gag very much. I got a fucking pretty iron stomach for real. I'll eat a lot of shit, but that fucking made me gag, and I had to spit it out.
Yeah, chitlins are the fucking worst, man. I hate those things.
Could not actually get them down.
Yeah, I can't. Like, I had one in my mouth.
I've had some.
I had one in my mouth. I spit it out, and I never tried them again. It was too wiggly. It's like, fuck this. Bullshit. We have them fried. Now you spoiled it by giving me that bullshit.
If you can fry them, that would be awesome. I'd try that.
Yeah, you can get fried chitlins.
I'd try that.
Because it'd be crispy, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But the boiled ones,
Yeah, fuck that.
like that, fried ones would remind me kind of like probably like pork rinds or
Yeah,
bacon.
bacon.
Yeah. Ooh, I hope it tastes like
Have it
bacon.
crunchy,
That would be
yeah.
great.
Probably like get them dehydrated too, some kind of way. You know what I mean? Make them crispy. Because you can turn. That's what jerky is for the most part.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you can.
Salted and cured.
But yeah, man, I can't do the chitlins, dog. Chitlins.
No, I don't.
Not the chitlins. Alright, so this will be the last level and we wrap it up, alright. Because we got to go. We at the 3-hour mark. Like I said, it's gonna be about a 3-hour show. That's what I put in the thing too. And then we'll get some eats. I just wanted to highlight this game because like it's cool. Like you guys can see, this shit is cool. And like it takes the combat, like you can switch and customize like the type of combat you want, type of healing and life bar. Like we're playing like Streets Race style and Streets Race 4 jungle style, but Streets Race 2X something. Like there's all kinds of different options in RPG. You can customize and make it feel like different games. You can turn all the jungle shit off too.
Yep.
Make it feel like classic Streets Race. Like, and then there's going to be more routes and everything. They'll probably have every level from, you know, Streets Race 1, 2, and 3. That's what they're trying to do. That's why they're just changing it to Streets Race X. And I'm looking forward to it. Alright. These bastards. What a bastard. Come on. He's dead. He said I did that.
Uh-huh.
Now I gotta get up.
It took like all your life though.
Yeah, but we traded. I'll get it back. I'm getting it back. Yeah, I'm getting it back. It was good to do that time. I lost it now. I was gaining it back.
Oh. Hey, when they do that.
Got his ass. I was gunning for him. I want to let you steal my kill that time, man.
You wasn't gonna let me do it?
No. I wanted
Wasn't
to.
gonna let me do
You made me work for it.
I did.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Still gunning for him. I was out of life, so I couldn't do
That's-
any more of my special moves.
That's the thing me go
But
do.
the next thing I was gonna do, was my level 3 fucking star move, like fucking Super Mario.
I threw my level 1.
Yeah. Did that shit just in time too.
Well, what sucks is like when I do that, like I have to land and do a level 3 to keep myself invincible. You know what I'm saying? Because like I'm dead like after taking all their life. Like after I killed dude, he was gone.
Oh yeah,
I killed him. He was done. So
you had
really.
like no health.
But I didn't die
Yeah,
the whole time.
And
Yeah. So what I did, you can, because you can turn it on like Streets of Rage 4, so you can attack the joint and you'll regain the life. So but they do have it to where, you remember we had it where it was just recharging. Recharge is so slow. Yeah, fuck that.
I mean, It was better than not recharging at all.
Well, I mean,
guess.
yeah, and what ended up happening is like when you got hit, I don't think
It didn't.
I don't think it took all of it away or something. I can't remember how it worked.
It was
so.
different.
But the game is cool, guys. Check it out. Like I said, I'll have this up on video demand on YouTube in a couple of days. Have to process it and everything, cut it up, cut the breaks and stuff out, and then I'll put the links for the game in here. I'll have the links to the guys for the Dragon Ball video, RackaRacka. I have all that stuff in there. Yeah, and go check those guys out, man. They did a lot of cool work. They do a lot of cool stuff. And that video was cool as hell. So like I said, again, review your games, especially indies. It helps them bring in revenue and bring us some more updates and new games. You know, like on Steam, you need 10 reviews for them just to see that the game exists. So if you like the game, please review it. And then if you like a game, share others. Like this, like I said, this game, any other fan games, if you want to show developer appreciation for their work, because even non-commercial works, they put a lot of time into this, and they're some of the most passionate people. So show them some love out there. So, you know, thanks for hanging out with us. We're glad you're able to join us. Hope you have fun. Hope my wife had fun, Steph. Hope you have fun with us. Tune in again next month. We will have more. Like I said, this stream will be uploaded to YouTube. That's where you can find us. You can find us, as you know, twitch.tv/Kev _the Galaxybender. Find me at Twitter at Kev Galaxybender. Find me on YouTube, Kev the Galaxybender. So where can I find you, Goku?
On Twitch is Son Goku Black 81, and I'm on Discord as just Son Goku Black.
Gotcha. All right. So like I said, we do one show a month. It's usually like the third or so Saturday, like towards the, because it used to be right in the middle, but we had that COVID thing. We had to push it back a week. So, but yeah, we usually try to do one show a month. That being said, thanks again for tuning in, and we see you all again next month. Stay safe. Goku Kev the Galaxybender is signing off.
Peace.